Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. We're at Red Bank Community Stadium, Tom Weathers Field, as the Lions welcome in the Cherokees of McMinn County. Hello, everybody. Alongside Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson, I'm Chris Goforth. Glad to have you with us tonight. Red Bank comes in, Scott, they've won 2 in a row. That came after a 1-4 start this season. It was a tough schedule for Red Bank early, made even tougher by a bunch of injuries.
Yeah, they lost their running back, Oliver Merritt, early in the season, for the season, and that's been tough to get over. Jacoby Sally's done a great job of filling in for him, but if they'd have had those 1-2 punch, it'd have been something special. A challenging schedule for sure, and also they had some offensive line guys that were banged up throughout the season too, so they've taken their lumps, but in the region play, they've still done well. So this is a non-region game tonight, but another challenging offer for McMinn County coming in here to challenge Red Bank.
And McMinn County comes in averaging 41 points per game on offense. You talk about offensive lines. This is a big, experienced, strong offensive line at McMinn County.
You're going to want to watch for number 77, Cam Goforth. He's committed to West Virginia, and he's just nasty as far as his attitude, about 6'4", 300, but just a will to shove people. Coach Cagle told us there's people flying all over the field every time when he makes contact. So also their quarterback, Luke Lawson, has had a tremendous year, but their running back, Peanut Dyer, Jakarin Dyer, but we'll call him Peanut for the night. He is leading the Chattanooga City area in rushing at just a little bit over 1,600 yards and 19 TDs. He has had a tremendous year, so they kind of lean on him and that big offensive line, like you said, to make big holes for Peanut Dyer as they go through. So we'll see what happens tonight.
For more on this matchup, let's go to the field. Our CHI Memorial keys to the game. Here's Mackenzie Johnson.
Thanks, Chris. For McMinn County, the keys are simple. They want to stop Red Bank's run game, but also focusing on their own. Both Red Bank and McMinn County want to win the turnover battle tonight, but for Red Bank, it is do your job. That means knowing your assignments on defense and communicating on offense.
All right, thank you very much, Mackenzie. Stick around. We've got our Aspire Dermatology kickoff and our coin toss. All of that still to come here from Red Bank Community Stadium in Tom Weathers Field. Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. Back at Red Bank, it's the Lions and the Cherokees from McMinn County. Tonight and all season, Tennessee Army National Guard joins us for the coin toss. We'll hear from them coming up later on tonight. McMinn County won the toss. The Cherokees elected 2 to first, so we'll get a look at this Red Bank offense to start things. And, Scott, this is an offense with Jacoby Sally at running back. You mentioned the fact they lost Oliver Merritt early on in the season. Sally rushed for 144 yards and 2 touchdowns last week.
He did versus Hickson, and that was a monstrous performance. Yeah, lost Oliver Merritt in week 2 versus Tyner, and this is a guy that was really a difference maker for them for the last couple of years. But Jacoby Sally has filled in. You also see junior Sean Carter and senior Ben Craig as, spelling Sally as far as the running back depth there. But Austin Jones has been a guy, their quarterback. He transferred from Chattanooga Prep, and he's really been the guy that has led them. Just, can run well. He's a big-time dual threat. Throws it around to Caden Lovelace and Keon Harris and some of those other, Tremel Davis, some of the other wide receivers that they've got. So it'll be interesting. I think McMinn County will try and make them one-dimensional, and that means try to stop the run and make Austin Jones try to beat him. But we'll see how McMinn County's strategy plays out here in just a little bit. You know,
it's interesting in the fact that these two programs, as we get set for our Aspire Dermatology Kickoff, kind of know each other well. Not in the same region right now, but it's two programs that traditionally will scrimmage each other in the preseason.
Yeah.
So, and obviously a couple of veteran head coaches, as Krakauskas will kick it off. It's taken by Sean Carter. And Carter gets tripped up at the 15-yard line.
Nice play, McMinn County there.
Drake
Frazier, yeah, the junior DB wide receiver. And here's your Red Bank starting lineup. We mentioned Caden Lovelace and Jacoby Sally and quarterback Austin Jones. But Matthew Fowler is also one of their big leaders. 6'1", 275, starts at right tackle. He's a 4-year starter for the Lions.
Yeah, and an outstanding wrestler as well. He placed in the state as a wrestler last year. Wide receiver group, a ton of talent. We'll see Caden Lovelace and Tramble Davis and some of those guys as we go along. There's a look at Austin Jones, his first year at Red Bank. They've kind of built this offense around him. And here's Sally on first down. And McMinn County will string him out and drop him. He gets a yard, maybe 2 on first down.
Sally on the carry.
There's a look at the McMinn County starting defense. This defense has been very, very good this year, stopping the run. Opponents averaging about 21 points a game against them. We'll kind of talk a little bit about how this season has gone for McMinn County. Just one returning starter in that linebacking core. Coach Bo Cagle says he feels like his secondary has gotten better as this season has gone on. That was a real concern for them early on. And here's Jones on the option.
Nice
Beautiful fake. He's got a first down and more. Out to the 40-yard line. And there comes a penalty flag. It was Drew Bottoms that made the stop.
Bottoms did make the stop, but what a nice fake on that option game. Right here you'll see he takes it from Sally. Boom, fakes there, and it got the defense going. Of course, now it looks like we may be bringing that back, but that was a heck of a fake from Austin Jones. 6'1", 175, and a junior.
Our referee tonight, Jay Blevins, the Honorable Jay Blevins. They're talking this over at around the 40-yard line. He was marked down at the 41. And this will go against Red Bank. Ball will move back to the 26-yard line.
And you hear the Red Bank crowd booing, but I'm going to think that, well, let's hear what the Honorable Jay Blevins has to say to us.
Now the first down stands. Ball is out at the 26-yard line.
I'm going to think that Ted Gatewood is kind of frustrated by any kind of offensive penalty, early in the game because, man, let's face it, Red Bank has 7 games under the belt. You just can't make mistakes this late in the season, this early in the game. Hopefully they can clean it up.
Red Bank has won 2 straight after a tough start. Here's the screen up top. Staying on his feet is Tramble Davis, and Davis gets a first down to the 40.
Davis tackled by Gage Hester from the safety position, but he gained a ton of yardage. Looked like the Cherokees had him bottled up for a second, and then he just kind of leans forward and breaks through about 3 or 4 guys. So that was a heck of a run after the catch by Tramel Davis. Here we get another look at it.
13 yards on the screen from Austin Jones.
Right here, it looked like he was bunched up, 3 guys, and then they kind of knock each other out.
Here's Sally to the outside. Nice cutback, and Sally close to the first down at about the 49-yard line.
There you go.
This will depend on the spot. Looks like it'll be enough for the first down. Well, Red Bank able to come out and move the ball at will on the ground against a McMinn County defense. Again, they've done a good job at stopping the run this season. Led by a defensive line. It's a 4-man front. Here comes Sally again, this time right into the teeth of that defense. Jake Ramey, the middle linebacker, making the stop.
He picked up a couple CHI Memorial first downs after that penalty, so maybe Coach Gatewood won't be too hard on him, but nice running and finding some holes.
Taken down by Christian Edwards at the
doing what Red Bank does. I mean, that's the whole key is
down and 7.
They've always been physical. They've always been a great running team, and just to keep that going with Jacoby Sally and his backfield mates is what is a big priority for Coach Gatewood and the Red Bank Lions tonight.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Red Bank on the game's opening drive. Lions have it on the Cherokees end of the field. Off play action now. Jones goes over the middle. It's caught. It's Davis, and he's got running room. Touchdown, Red Bank.
Great throw by Austin Jones. Had some zip on it for the touchdown to Tramel Davis, 5'10", 175. And as you can see by that play, he can fly. You get him an open space. This time it was down left sideline, and he can motor all the way to the end zone. Get another look at it here. Just a great zip on the football. Hits him right in the target, right in the number for the Red Bank touchdown.
85-yard, 6-play scoring drive for the Lions. Davis taking it in from 47 yards out for the score. Here's Mark Kleiner on to attempt the extra point. And his kick is up, and it is good.
Kleiner's kick is good, giving us our score at the current time. McMinn County 0.
Pretty impressive drive, Scott.
It was. I mean, the only mistake they made was the penalty, and they overcame that on the next play. So very impressive for Red Bank. Red Bank 3-4, as we mentioned, a real tough schedule. All season long, especially in their non-region. They're 3-0 in the region, so that shows you their 3 wins are their region games. Ted Gatewood, 28-15 here as he played at Red Bank back in the early 80s. So he returns, of course. He spent time at Ottawa and East Hamilton, and he's been a coach around here. Career record of 125 and 119. Now, these two have never matched up. These two coaches, Bo Cagle and Gatewood, they've never matched up as Red Bank and McMinn County. They have when Gatewood was at Ottawa and East Hamilton, but Red Bank and McMinn County haven't played actually since 2000. Our Aspire Dermatology kickoff.
Lincoln Watson back deep, along with Peanut Dyer, for a chance to return it for McMinn County. Kleiner will be the one to kick it away. A little bit of a line drive kick. This is dropped, picked up. On the return, it's Dyer, and Dyer gets out to about the 31 or the 32. Good field position here for McMinn County to start things. As you see that McMinn County offense, the offensive line, all 5 starters back from last year. They have been very, very good this year. Luke Lawson, the quarterback, good baseball player. His dad, former MLB scout. And we've already talked a little bit about Peanut Dyer, who squats 600 pounds and benches 300.
Man, you're going to keep an eye on 77 Cam Goforth, as we mentioned. Very physical, nasty offensive lineman. He's the right guard, committed to West Virginia. Here's Luke Lawson, their junior quarterback.
And an incomplete pass, aiming for Drew Bottoms on a first down.
Well, okay, let's get the Red Bank starting defense here from our friends at Hep Cooling.
They'll play about 5 or 6 different guys will rotate in at that defensive tackle spot. They play a couple of young guys in the secondary. Dominic Gordon at one corner, along with Sean Carter, who's in his second year as a starter, as a junior on the other side. I asked Ted Gatewood about that. He's got some depth that is young in the secondary as well. He said sometimes you just got to throw those guys out there, as Lawson just has no choice but to throw it away.
Big pressure from Jackson Fowler, their junior inside linebacker. Coach tells us he's grown tremendously in the last 2 years. He used to overthink the situation, and now he just goes on instinct, and that includes a huge pressure on the McMinn County quarterback, Luke Lawson, on that play.
McMinn County at 5-2 on the year. They're 3-1 in region play. This offense averaging 41 points per game. Lawson hit as he releases over the middle, too high, and an incomplete pass. Nathan Kessler, the intended receiver.
I thought that Caden Lovelace did a nice job of defending that, but I thought the story of the play was it was overthrown because of that pressure from Jackson Fowler and that Red Bank defense.
Luke Lawson, the quarterback, doubles as the punter. Well, it looks like we're going to see a different body back there at punter. This will be Alex Powers, the sophomore.
Left-footed, too.
And Powers gets away a nice spiraling kick. Takes a bounce, goes inside the 25, and then will take that backwards hop down to the 25-yard line. 8:11 to go in the first quarter. McMinn County with a 3-and-out on their opening possession. Red Bank with a 7-0 lead. Dr. Pepper, Friday Night Rivals, presented by CHI Memorial. Seven 0 Red Bank on top of McMinn County. Tonight's halftime report brought to you by Big Woody's Tree Service. We'll have a recap of the first half of action here at Red Bank, plus we catch up with the Tennessee Army National Guard. That is coming up later on our Big Woody's Tree Service halftime report. Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson. We're at Red Bank. Lions took it 85 yards in 6 plays on their opening series to take this 7-0 lead. McMinn County with a 3-and-out offensively. And now Red Bank has it for the second time, starting at their own 25-yard line. It's an empty backfield now for the quarterback in Austin Jones. He'll again throw the screen, and the reception is made by Marcus Jones, and Jones will dance to the 35. That's enough for another Red Bank first down.
Wow, their offense looked fantastic. Marcus Jones, a junior, great route runner, and you saw he was open with a nice throw from Austin Jones. No relation to Marcus Jones, the guy he threw it to, but
now one of the things Ted Gatewood told us, he thought that his team had a ton of speed, and he said, I feel like we've got the ability to be balanced on offense, and Scott, I think we've seen that tonight so far in the early going. Loose ball. Sally dropped it and fell on it at the 25.
He saved the day.
35, rather.
He indeed saved the day. Mekhi McDermott, senior defensive tackle, was all over it. You don't often see a defensive tackle 5'5", 40, but that's indeed what McDermott is. And he was all over the ball. Red Bank jumps on that fumble.
I love that Bo Cagle told us, he goes, I don't think there's anybody on the field that has more fun than Mekhi McDermott.
Let's go, Rebby!
Jones fakes the toss. Now he's pressured. He'll have to scramble. Jones on the run. Jones gets to the outside, gets pushed out of bounds into the McMinn sideline at around the 45-yard line. Nice scramble there by Austin Jones.
And pushed out of bounds, Drake Frazier, number 2, making the play to get him out of bounds. That was a great scramble. I mean, it looked like he was going to be thrown for a loss, and then, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. He ends up picking up, probably, 5 or 6?
They're going to mark him shy of the 45, mark him at about the 43 or so. And it's third down, about 4 needed for the first. They've got to get across the 45 to pick up that first down. And here goes Sally to the left side. Sally with a penalty flag thrown. He's got the first down. Let's see if the play stands.
Sally on the carry. There is a penalty marker on the field.
We mentioned it earlier with the fact that Oliver Merritt. Here's Jay Blevins with the call.
Correction.
Holding on the Lions. Penalized 10 yards.
Back him up after the penalty, but we mentioned the fact that Oliver Merritt went down early in this season, week 2 against Tyner. Sally has been kind of the guy to step up and kind of solidify things. Merritt was a kid that rushed for over 800 yards a season ago, averaged about 8 yards a carry. Third down and 13 for Red Bank with a 7-0 lead midway through this first quarter. Jones looking downfield, now steps up, takes his shot deep, and overthrows his intended target at about the 40-yard line. Again, intended for Marcus Jones.
Just barely over Marcus Jones' hands. Rather have it overthrown than underthrown, though, and let the defense get a chance to pick it off. It's funny when Red Bank goes into that 5 wide where they run the running back out of the backfield and line him up in the slot. I have to think, with all due respect, that Tom Weathers rolls over in his grave. He was such a power guy and I formation and just run it down your throat type of guy that we know football has evolved, but certainly Coach Weathers is a legendary coach here at Red Bank High School.
That's Caden Lovelace on to punt. Gets it away. Takes a little Red Bank hop inside the 35-yard line. Rolls down to the 30, about the 32, and that's where McMinn County will begin this drive with a first down and 10 at their own 32. First possession for the Cherokees. They went 3 and out and had to punt it away.
Yard line where the Cherokees will take over first and 10.
Peanut Dyer, the running back, has rushed for more than 1,000 yards this season, and he exploded last week and ran for 275 and what was a tough loss for the Cherokees against Knox Central, one I'm sure they'd like to have back, that 3-point loss a week ago. Here goes Dyer, and he's upended in the hole. Positive yardage for a gain of 1. That was Jackson Fowler that made the stop.
Dyer on the carry, taken down by number 22, Markel Lansdale. Ball spotted in the 33-yard line, or at least second down.
McMinn coming off that loss. They're 5-2 now on the year. 3-1 in region play. That lone region loss was to Walker Valley back early in the year. Well, this is an offense that has put up a bunch of points. Lawson drops it off to Dyer on the middle screen, and Dyer snuffed out around the 42, 43-yard line. Let's see if it's enough for the first down.
I thought the second effort after contact may have gotten him that first down. It's going to be close. Nice to get a guy like Peanut Dyer at 5'9", 195 out of the backfield. Took another look at it here. He catches it and turns upfield. Not afraid of contact.
Mark him down just shy of the 40-yard line. Third down and 3 for the Cherokees. Here goes Dyer. Nice job by Red Bank. They plugged the hole. He tried to bounce it outside, and he gets cut down.
Markel Lansden, 22. He's the linebacker that you'll see with all the pink on. Really
Dyer
good
on the
player,
carry,
senior,
taken down by
good
Markel
speed, great
Lansden.
vision, Coach Gatewood tells us. And you saw his pursuit there and throwing Peanut Dyer for about a yard loss.
Loss
There's
of one on
Lansden.
the play brings up 4th down for the Cherokees.
So we'll see Alex Powers on to punt it away. Red Bank will have Marcus Jones for a chance to return it. Jones will take it on the hop. He's hit immediately and dropped right at the 30-yard line.
That was gutsy.
4:29 remaining, first quarter. And a 7-0 Red Bank lead. Flag on the play. We'll sort it out when we return. Back to Red Bank. Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. .429 remaining, first quarter. Red Bank with a 7-0 lead. Lions on their opening possession took it 85 yards in 6 plays. Tremel Davis pulled in the 47-yard touchdown pass. McMinn County has had the ball twice now. They've been forced to punt it away. This is the third Red Bank possession. Lions begin things at their own 30-yard line. During the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. That's our school bus stop of the game. Hand it off to the 35-yard line. Goes Jacoby Sally.
Sally on the carry, taken down by Lyle. That 5-yard carry brings up 2nd down and 5
That's
from
the
the
type
35.
of run that would make Tom Weathers happy.
Yes,
right there.
it would. There you go, Chris. Exactly right.
Put your head down, shove, move that guy out of the way. Here's the screen, and he is in trouble. Gobbled up immediately. Caden Lovelace made the catch. Drew Bottoms there.
Bottoms just closed the door fast. Read that screen real well. And Red Bank, that was almost a lateral, to be quite honest.
30-yard line. That 5-yard loss brings up.
Good thing he caught it and held on to it.
For the Lions.
Back at the 30-yard line now. Red Bank faced with a 3rd down and 10. So 3rd and long here for the Lions. And it's the keeper by Jones. And he gets to the 40-yard line, and he's tripped up. This is going to be right at the sticks. Let's see. Totally going to depend on the spot here on this 3rd down run.
Nice.
It is a 1st down.
Run option read there by Austin Jones. He sees that defensive end crash down, and it is nothing but green grass for at least a little while for Austin Jones. Again, CHI Memorial 1st down.
That's twice They've done an outstanding job on that option to the right side.
He's read it twice, just absolutely perfect.
They'll put 3 receivers to the top of your screen. And here goes Sally. And Sally nudges to about the 44-yard line.
Great one. I wish you'd just cut it off.
Jake Ramey, number 44, with the stop
Taken
from
down
his
by
middle
Ramey
linebacker position.
at the 44
Ramey's
yard
a senior, 6 feet tall, 195, real tough kid.
That 4-yard carry brings up second down.
Strong, plays hard for you. Like I said, a senior, so Coach Bo Kegel's super happy with what he brings to every Friday night at that middle linebacker position.
Double wing set out of the pistol. Off play action. Jones.
Plenty of time.
Jones will sidearm it downfield. Caught. Pulled in by Lovelace at the 25, and he's out of bounds.
Man, what a throw. It was kind of 3/4 when he released it, and that thing had some zip on it. Caden Lovelace finds some area, and he had Jones has hold the football for so long, you don't know if that was actually the route. I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure it was just made up on the fly by Caden Lovelace. There you see Lovelace, 6 foot, 170-pound junior. Great hands, really good speed. Huge chunk of yardage grabbed by the Red Bank Lions.
Here goes Sally to the left side. Darts inside. Gets it inside the 25-yard line before he is finally pulled down. Bryson Akers made the stop.
Akers, a junior at the will linebacker position, 6 foot, 200 pounds. Big motor. Coach Cagle said 110% always, and he just doesn't get tired. I don't know how or why, but he just doesn't. But a solid tackle for Bryson Akers. But a decent pickup for Red Bank. Once again, their run game and their offensive line has been able to hold McMinn's defense kind of at bay.
This Red Bank offensive line has gotten healthy as the season has gone on. They've played well here in the early going. Jones, again, that sidearm throw, complete. He gets down to around the 10-yard line. That's Marcus Jones with the catch.
And again, Drake Frazier makes the tackle.
And so far, Austin Jones, 3 of 3 on this drive now for Red Bank. And he has been pinpoint as we're under a minute to go in the first quarter.
He has been super accurate. This is the first time I've gotten to see him play with my own eyes, and he is much more accurate than I had heard that he was going to be. So, really nice first quarter for Austin Jones so far.
And Red Bank playing at a pace that would indicate this would be the final play of the quarter. And here's Jones again on the keeper to the outside. Jones to the pylon. Touchdown!
Food City touchdown. Again, another great read on the option. Pulls it out of the belly of Sally. Takes it himself around the left side. It's Alston that clued him in. We'll get another look at it with our HEP cooling replay. Takes it back, and of course, Jonah Martin didn't have enough speed to contain him on the edge. Austin Jones showing out a little bit early here.
Jones with the touchdown run. And Red Bank set to jump ahead by 2 scores here. Kleiner's extra point attempt is up and good. It's a 0 Red Bank lead. 13 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And Scott, the Lions offense clicking.
Yes, it is. Very impressive so far. This start has been really just what Red Bank needed. Like we said, they haven't had much success out of region when they're playing out of region teams, and this is certainly an out of region team with McMinn County. McMinn County 5A, and Red Bank, of course, 4A. Not that there's that much of a difference, but boy, the 3-5A region that McMinn County plays in got to be one of the toughest in the state, man.
Yeah.
I mean, woo. Walker Valley, East Ham, Ray County, Saudi Daisy. I mean, it doesn't get any There are no gimmies in that one.
Well, and you've got East Hamilton, McMinn County, and Ray County in that region all having one loss. Now, McMinn is going to play Ray next week. They'll close out the season on Halloween against East Hamilton. Those games down the stretch here, hey, we've got a game in that region next week involving Soddy Daisy.
That's right.
It's the final 2 weeks of the year is going to go a long way towards determining who finishes where in that region. We get our Aspire Dermatology kickoff, short kick, taken at the 20-yard line. And some room, look out. He'll bring it into Lions territory to the 45-yard line. On the return, it was Ja'Karen Dyer. And that was a heck of a return, 35 yards to the 45-yard line, and that's where McMinn County will begin this drive on Red Bank's end of the field.
Cherokees will take over at the Lions.
Really solid return. If freshman Kyselin Horton doesn't catch him, he may have taken that one to the house.
They'll go back to Dyer again. And Dyer this time cut down. Not before he can pick up a gain of 5. Stepping up on the stop, it was Caden Lovelace. And that will bring the first quarter to a close. Red Bank with 2 first-quarter touchdowns. They lead McMinn County 14-0. We'll return back to Red Bank Community Stadium in Tom Weathers Field for the Lions and the Cherokees. Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. Red Bank with a 6-play scoring drive and then an 8-play scoring drive. They lead McMinn County 14-0 as we get the second quarter underway. Stick around. Coming up at the half, it's brought to you by Big Woody's Tree Service. We'll have a recap of the first half of action here at Red Bank. Plus, we catch up with the Tennessee Army National Guard. That's coming up at the half. McMinn County with their best starting field position after a big return by Peanut Dyer. They started this drive at the Red Bank 45. They have it now at the Lions 40, faced with a 2nd down and 5. And that'll be a false start. That might have been on Dyer, who had a little bit of a lean going.
There's a penalty marker on the field.
Yeah, it was on Dyer. Yeah, he had that little bit of a lean going before the snap. And That got him. So now you go from a 2nd and 5 to a second down and 10 situation. McMinn County, they wanted to run the football coming into this game. And Red Bank has done a good job in forcing them into these types of situations. Here goes Dyer. Shy of the 40-yard line, give him the 41. So now you got a 3rd down, about 6. Needed for the first.
Deshaun Irvin on the stop. Irvin, a junior. And you're right. Red Bank has done a good job. But when you get 5 and 2nd and 5, and then you move, you have motion, and you've taken away your 2nd and 5, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Just self-inflicted wounds.
Luke Lawson, the quarterback. Two receivers at the bottom of the screen. And here's Lawson looking left, taking a shot towards that left sideline, and an incomplete pass, aiming for Bottoms. And we've got another flag.
Lawson's pass intended for Bottoms.
Could be that late
Calls
hit
incomplete.
at the
There's
end.
a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass on number 12 on the defense. 15-yard
The penalty is a personal foul, roughing the passer.
Well, that'll more than make up for a 5-yard loss on a hold earlier, right?
Yeah.
That
Roughing the
penalty,
passer, so that
15
really
yards.
give it
and
all
results
back
in
to
a
him, another
for the
first down.
Cherokees.
Football moves to the 26-yard line. McMinn County on the march, aided by a Red Bank penalty. Off play action. Here's the screen, thrown to Bottoms with a stiff arm to get away from one. Gets inside the 20 before he is finally wrestled down.
Good speed by Nate Shropshire.
Lawson's pass complete.
Once Bottoms made that little circle,
Taken
you
down by
can
Shropshire.
tell his quickness on that first step once he got squared up.
Ball spotted at the 17-yard line.
Nate's one defender, but Shropshire makes the tackle, cleans it up.
Gain of 9, 2nd down and 1 from inside the Dr. Pepper maroon zone. From the 17-yard line. Dyer goes out of the backfield. Lawson throwing for 6, overshot his intended target. He was aiming for Marshall Goodner.
Lawson's pass intended for Goodner falls incomplete.
So it becomes now 3rd down and 1.
Goodner, a pretty big target at 6'1". He just, Luke Lawson just overthrew him there.
Bo Cagle called him the most talented receiver they have at McMinn County.
And the teams tend to focus on him, put their best defensive back on him. And he was behind the defender. It was just a little bit overthrown.
So big 3rd down for McMinn. First real opportunity to put points on the board for the Cherokees coming on this drive. They trail by 2. And here's the give. Dyer slips away from 1, gets the first down as he goes to the 14-yard line.
Again, Shropshire on the stop, along with Kyrie Starling.
Taken down by Shropshire.
Get a look at it on the
yeah, there we go.
Dr. Pepper replay.
You know they ran that behind.
First down for the Cherokees.
Big Cam go
On every play. Lawson throws behind the intended target, and it's an incomplete. Makes those tough catches. This one uncatchable. 2nd down and 10. A low snap. Dyer gets to the edge. Drops shy of the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the play. This will set up now a 3rd down and what looks to be about 7 yards.
Another tackle by Markel Lansden. He's been active so far in the first half of this game for sure, defensively for Red Bank.
It's 3rd down.
Three minutes gone in the second quarter. McMinn County faced with a 3rd and 7 at the 13-yard line. Wide open and dropped.
Oh, man.
Dyer had it hit him right in the number.
Lawson's pass.
And it's 4th down.
Intended for Dyer.
Get a look at this on the replay. Dyer's going to wish he could have this one
Bringing
back.
up 4th down.
I mean, you can't throw that any better. But it's football. Sometimes it's dropped. Of course, Red Bank's going to let him hear about how he dropped it.
Mike Krakowskis on to attempt the extra point. Bottoms will be the holder.
28-yarder. Here we go.
From just inside the right hash. Krakowskis has been good from 40, and he connects here from 28 to put the Cherokees on team 3. Red Bank lead. Lions with the ball when we return. 8:50 remaining in the first half. Dr. Pepper, Friday Night Rivals, presented by CHI Memorial. During the 4th quarter of tonight's game, we'll be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. That is coming up after the game tonight. We've already got a couple of candidates.
Yes, we do.
14-3. Red Bank leads McMinn County Cherokees on the board. It was a 10-play drive, capped off by a 28-yard field goal. 8:50 remaining in this second quarter. And Red Bank set to get the ball back. Lions have had the ball 3 times so far. They've scored 2 touchdowns, and they've punted in between. Little line drive, bounding kick. That's trouble. All the way back inside the 5-yard line. And a wrestle down at around the 7.
Nice hustle by McMinn. McMinn County's Isaac Akers down on the special teams there and bottle him up. What could have been, you hear coaches talk about all the time. Not that it was really his fault. It's just the way the ball bounced.
Red Bank on their first scoring drive. They started at the 15. They begin this one at their own 8. And here is Sally looking for a hole, tries to cut it up inside, and he is stuffed. It was Javante Parker. Parker at 5'11", 265. He had to fight through the double team to make that stop, but he did. Give him a yard up to the 9-yard line. We've seen Austin Jones throw it today with a little bit of zip on it. See if they elect to put it up here on a 2nd down and 9 situation. Jones set to go to the air. Has a man. It's complete. A first down across the 30-yard line. That's Tremel Davis that made the catch. Davis with a touchdown grab earlier. And here he is with a big conversion to bring the ball out, getting Red Bank out of that hole. Mark him at the 35-yard line.
Bottoms and Gage Hester, Drew Bottoms in on the tackle there, but not until they get a big chunk. And I was almost on cue. I mean, you said Austin Jones is thrown with some zip, and that one certainly had some zip on it. I mean, Jones just super accurate because the defender was right there. but he got it past him for the CHI Memorial first down.
There's Sally, hit at the 35.
Not much. Big 99, Javante Parker.
Yeah.
Comes into the game with 11 tackles for loss, and he
Parker and Ramey.
gets another one right
tackle.
there. Coach Bo Cagle said, strong as an ox. That's how you described Javante Parker at 5'11", 265. Made a big play on that stop.
It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Once again, Jacoby Sally gets to the 40.
Jones on the carry. Ball carried by number 10, Sean Carter.
Midway through the second quarter, Red Bank with a 14-3 advantage.
That 4-yard carry brings the ball to the 40-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and 5 for the Lions.
Again, Red Bank faced with a 3rd and 5. Trips to the bottom of the screen. And we've got a timeout that's asked for by Red Bank. Lions will stop it for the first time.
There's a timeout on the field. Timeout called by the Lions.
Again, midway through this second quarter. Breaking the action, we'll step aside. 14-3. Red Bank on top of McMinn County. Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. Jones, Austin Jones. He's been pretty good. 14-3, Red Bank leading McMinn County. Let's go forth. Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson with you from Red Bank Community Stadium. Tom Weathersfield. Dr. Pepper, Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. Stick around after the game. We've got Penn and Teller, Fool Us, and Masters of Illusion. That's following our action here at Red Bank this evening. Look at some folks from McMinn County. Made the trip over to Red Bank to watch their Cherokees. Lions faced with a big 3rd down here, 3rd and 5 at their own 40. And here's Jones on the keeper. And he will be stopped about a yard shy. He needed 5, he got 4.
Bryson Akers in on the stop, as you mentioned, a little shy of the first down, so you're need to make the 45-yard line and
39-yard line.
Just about a yard shy.
Down and 1.
What do you do if you're Coach Ted Gatewood?
Well, it looks like he's, kept his offense out there. Now, I say that. His punter is Caden Lovelace, who's also his wide receiver, but Lovelace is coming here to the bottom of the screen, so they're going to line up to go for it on a 4th and 1. Lions from their own 44-yard line. They need the 45. That's Ben Craig, I believe, in the backfield. And we've got a timeout asked for by Red Bank. That's the 2nd timeout for the Lions in this first half.
Timeout on the field called by the Lions.
So they'll talk it over during a timeout of a 4th and 1. I want to take an opportunity and say thank you to our sponsors. Dr. Pepper, Scott's Furniture, Big Woody's Tree Service, CHI Memorial, Food City, Help Cooling, and the Tennessee Army National Guard. They make it all possible for us to bring you these games here on Friday Night Rivals. Back on a Friday night again after a little soiree on a Thursday last week. There's a look at Ted Gatewood, veteran head coach. Both of these guys, Scott, as you've mentioned, they've been through the wars as high school head coaches. Ted Gatewood back at his alma mater, Bo Cagle, up at McMinn County. They've known each other for a long time. And, again, as we talked about, they had scrimmaged each other in August for a number of years. Red Bank had an open week. McMinn County had an open week, and Coach Gatewood said he called Coach Cagle and said, hey, let's play. So that's how this came about. Loveless back into punt formation. Now there's some questions for Red Bank. They didn't have their long snapper on the field. Still a man short. Late running one out.
Let's get this one.
Loveless will punt.
Oh, where are we going for it?
And it looks like McMinn County wants to try to set up the return. And here they go from the 25.
Got some room.
And he's got room. He's got the 40. He'll get out to the 45-yard line on the return. That was Marshall Goodner.
Punt returned by Goodner.
Pretty good punt return. Nice field, field position. And with 5 minutes, a little bit over 5 minutes to play, I'm sure McMinn would like to punch it in the end zone here and get a little closer to that score of Red Bank with 2 early touchdowns in this game.
McMinn won the toss. They deferred, so they'll get the ball to start the second half. And, Scott, I think you feel a lot different about this game if you can go in the locker room 14-10 at the half as opposed to 14-3 if you're the Cherokees. Here goes Dyer looking for a hole. He'll find it. Dyer, first down and more inside the 40. So he brings it into Lions territory.
Is he hard to bring down? My goodness.
How about 16 yards on a first down?
That is just running
On the carry.
super hard after contact.
Taken down by Sean Carter at the 39-yard line.
Very impressive by Peanut Dyer.
It's a CHI Memorial first down. And here's Lawson, the quick throw on the screen. Caught and struggling inside the 35-yard line after making the catch.
Nice catch by Drew Bottoms, 5'11", 130. Kind of a backup receiver type player. We've called his name a bunch, so just a utility like a Swiss Army knife. He'll do whatever it takes to get it done. That was a heck of a catch in traffic.
Here goes Dyer. And Dyer hit low. And dropped after a short pickup. It's a couple.
What a tremendous year Peanut Dyer has had. 1,016 yards coming into this game, 15 touchdowns, but 9.9, almost 10 yards per carry for Dyer.
Asher Bell on the tackle.
275 yards a week ago against Knox Central.
It's
third down, a long 3 for McMinn. Dyer goes out of the backfield. Lawson throwing middle of the field, incomplete. Here comes a penalty flag.
Lawson's pass intended.
Now, I'm not kidding you. That penalty flag went 40 yards in the air, it seemed like. That was a heck of an arm by the back judge.
Defense number 8. 2-yard penalty. Result to the first down.
Not pretty obvious, too. Obvious call.
Penalty results in a first down for the Cherokees.
So Red Bank helps the Cherokees out. McMinn County now with a first down. Ball goes inside the 25-yard line. And here comes Dyer. Into the Dr. Pepper maroon zone goes Peanut Dyer. He goes to the 12.
Tremel Davis on the stop. Nice one-on-one tackle, but not until the Cherokees pick up the CHI Memorial first down.
Scott, you said it a moment ago. He averages about a first down every time he touches the ball, and he does it again inside the Dr. Pepper maroon zone now at the Lions' 11-yard line, approaching the 3-minute mark of the first half. Here comes Dyer again, and Dyer gets tripped up and brought down. Running behind the blocks of his right tackle in Jackson Lyle. Picks up a cup break. And here's Watson. Watson gets to the 10, no gain.
Markel Lansden shut that down quickly.
And the Red Bank defense trying to bow its back here, forcing another third down. This is going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. 7th play of this drive for McMinn. It started after a nice return by Peanut Dyer that brought it out to the 45-yard line, and that's where the Cherokees begin things. 7th play coming up here. Watson in the backfield. Lawson is the quarterback. Twins stacked 2 to a side. Here's Lawson. Look at a throw. Now feels the heat. Will slide. Sidearms it to the end zone. Has to throw it away. 4th down. And it looks like the Red Bank defense will force another field goal.
Bringing up 4th down.
If they can hold them to a field goal, that's a huge momentum swing,
it?
as you mentioned, going in to the locker room. If they would, put a touchdown on the board, down 4, and the ball back to start the second half.
Well, Mike Krakauskas is on to attempt another 28-yard field goal. He connected from 28 earlier. Bottom's hold is down, and this kick is going to be short. No good. That might have been tipped on the way.
It looked like it was tipped on the way.
Leaving the score, McMinn County 3, Red Bank.
So an 8-play drive for McMinn County.
Eugene Robinson got his big paw on that to tip the ball on the field goal attempt. So nice play by Eugene Robinson, number 12, the senior.
First time we've been able to call Eugene's name tonight. He 6'2", 215. He looks the part.
300-meter hurdler, too. He does a little bit of everything. Robinson being courted by some college football teams, Austin Peay, Chattanooga Mocs, MTSU, Carson Newman looking at him.
I was going to say, he'd look good in blue and gold, don't you think?
Yeah. I do think so.
Minute 41 remaining as Red Bank takes over. It was an 8-play drive that ends for McMinn in a missed field goal. Back on the ground. They pick up a couple. That gets the clock rolling. And that is Jacoby Sally that is back in the game. Sally took a little breather on that last drive. And we saw Sean Carter and Ben Craig approaching the 1-minute mark. Got our Big Woody's Tree Service halftime report coming up. Get you some highlights and some stats of this first half. Mackenzie Johnson will visit with Ted Gatewood on his way to the locker room. Off the pump fake, has a man open, threw it up too high. Nice. It was Lovelace, the intended target.
Nice pump fake, just threw it over through Lovelace, but that play worked to perfection. You see Austin Jones. My bad, man, my bad. Look at that pump fake. He's got him in between the corner and the safety, right there in the little spot, but ball's overthrown and could not make the catch. That'd have been a huge chunk of yardage.
Exactly a minute left. 3rd down. Here's Jones on the keeper. And Jones stretching with the football for the first down. He needed the 30. He got to the 31.
Well read again, because that McMinn County defense was all over the running back, and Jones was able to sneak out of there and pick up the first down. CHI Memorial first down.
Taking a deep shot. Going for Marcus Jones and overthrown.
Jones one-on-one with Drew Bottoms, the cornerback.
We're going to go to the locker room here most likely with a 14-3 score unless we get a big play over the final 36 seconds. And look, Scott, I think you got to feel good if you're Red Bank. You're taking on a McMinn County team,
Ball will still be spotted
higher
on the 31-yard
classification,
line, bringing up
averaging 41 points a game on offense, and you've been able to hold them to a field goal in the first half.
Yeah, it's been impressive what Red Bank's done defensively.
I think you feel good about where you are and the way your guys are tackling. Jones drops it off, intended for Lovelace, and we've got a penalty flag.
Austin Jones pass intended for Caden Lovelace. There is a penalty marker on the field.
Thrown in the vicinity of a hold as things started to break down a little bit up front.
Number 7 offense. 2 on penalty. Repeat second down.
The penalty is holding on the Lions. That will be penalized 10 yards.
That'll be a big mark off now. Ball will go back to the 21-yard line for Red Bank.
The new spot of the ball will be the 21-yard line of the Lions. Bringing up second down and 20.
Twins go wide to the top. Single receiver down at the bottom of your screen. Austin Jones will hand it off. And Red Bank is content at this point. Just try to run the football and take as much time off this clock as possible. McMinn will ask for the timeout here. Cherokees will force them to punt it on a 4th and long.
Sally's carry taken down by Green.
Yes, Scott, I think you feel good if you're Red Bank, in particular, over the way your defense has played in this first half. Now, offensively, you've missed a couple of things, but defensively speaking, your guys have played really well.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. McMinn averaged 40-plus points a game. So, I mean, you've done great to hold them to 3 in the first half. And, you know, with Red Bank's offense, you're going to miss a couple things. They've hit a couple things, too, but it could really be trouble for McMinn if Red Bank had hit on a couple of those.
One of the things that Bo Cagle told us this week in his keys is they wanted to focus on stopping the Red Bank run. He said, we want to make Red Bank one-dimensional, and I think you haven't seen that yet. Red Bank still, the run game has worked at times. We've certainly seen some big plays, including a 47-yard touchdown in the passing game.
And Austin Jones has done a nice job of, you know, the read option type stuff, and where he's taken it and run, super athletic.
They go back on the ground, out to about the 30-yard line, and again, McMinn County will ask for the timeout.
I guess they're just going to make them punt it and see if they can, you know, get a broken tackle or two and return a punt for some score.
Like we said a moment ago, get them in a 4th and long, get the ball back here. I think the question for Bo Cagle is you send the house and go after this punt. One of the things that
Ball spotted at the 30-yard line.
I found interesting in talking with Coach Gatewood, and I've never had a head coach tell me this before, Caden Lovelace is his punter, and he said that's something I've learned over the years. Put your best athlete at punter, because he said sometimes you don't know what that snap's going to be like.
Exactly.
And if you need a guy that can make a play,
he can freelance for you.
He can do that. So we'll see what the Cherokees elect to do. On the last punt, they went to set up a return. Bottoms will be the deep man. But with 12 seconds left, you don't have a lot. Now they're also going to send back Drake Frazier. So Frazier and Bottoms back deep. Lovelace with his toes on the 15-yard line to punt it away. Low snap. And McMinn came after it. A little bit of a short kick. Takes a backwards hop, and Red Bank will down it at their own 48-yard line, and that is where McMinn will take over with 2 seconds left. So Cherokees with a chance at one play.
And you saw Caden Lovelace make a little short hop scoop. Pretty athletic move to be able to catch that ball.
I'm telling you.
And then get rid of it.
Coach may be onto something. I've never had a coach tell me that before, but we've talked with a lot of guys over the years.
Yeah.
At a couple of different levels.
For whatever this team, it works, right?
Right. Red Bank will take their final timeout. So Lions are out of timeouts. We've played a turnover-free first half. Neither side has turned it over. Red Bank took a 7-0 lead. 8:56 remaining in the first when Tremel Davis pulled in a 47-yard pass. Went up 7-0 after a couple of punts.
Jones' stats on the night, 7 of 10 for, 160 yards, whatever it was there. Wow, pretty impressive.
He also has a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
That came with 13 seconds left in the first quarter to give Red Bank that 14-0 lead. McMinn on the ensuing possession would connect on a 28-yard field goal off the foot of Mike Krakaukas. And Krakaukas made it 14-3 early in the second, and that's where things stand here with 2 seconds left. Final play, barring a penalty, of the first half. Luke Lawson, the quarterback. With an empty backfield, he'll swing it out to Dyer on the screen. Dyer, far sideline, on his feet and finally angled out of bounds over on the far side, and that is the way the first half will come to a close. 14-3. Red Bank with the lead as we head to our Big Woody's Tree Service halftime report. Coming up, Lions have ran it, they've thrown it, and they've been able to have the lead as they head towards the locker room here at Red Bank Community Stadium. Mackenzie Johnson is standing by. She's got the head coach of the Lions with her. So let's send it down to the field with Mackenzie.
Thanks, Chris. Coach, you've had a great balanced offense in this first half. Speak a little bit about that.
Well, I mean, just proud of our kids executing what we set out to do this week. And, Austin's done a great job putting the ball in good spots for our receivers to get to. Jacoby Sally's run the ball well. Austin's run the ball well. So there's some things that they've adjusted to in the second quarter that we've got to fix with our kids. Our defense is playing great. They're doing a great job. They're going to go in and make some good corrections. I know Coach Cagle will because he's a darn good coach. We got to go in and counter those corrections.
You spoke a little bit about it, but your defense held them to a field goal this half. How do you feel they're going to play in the second half?
I mean, we feel good with them. They're playing hard. They got some confidence, and we just got to maintain that. And, we're going against a good, well-coached football team, and so we've got to match their intensity, we got to match their physicality, and then we got to match their execution.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mackenzie. Mackenzie Johnson with the head coach of the Lions, and Ted Gatewood, the Big Woody's Tree Service halftime reports coming up next. Plus, we'll have a look at some first half action. You're watching Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. Back at our Big Woody's Tree Service halftime report, Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon with you from Red Bank Community Stadium and Tom Weathers Field. The Red Bank Lions with a 14-3 lead over McMinn County. We're excited this season to have Dr. Pepper with us as our title sponsor. Dr. Pepper committed to giving each homeschool $500 this season for letting us come out and broadcast these games. Let's send it down to the sidelines. Mackenzie Johnson standing by with our friend Clayton McMasters.
Clayton, how good does it feel to be here tonight?
Oh, so good. A few weeks in a row. It's been a great season so far.
Talk a little bit about how important it is for you to be out here tonight, to show face and be out here to support our local communities.
Yeah, with Dr. Pepper, we are in and out of these schools every day in this community, and we support for the Friday Night Rivals as well.
What specific mission does Dr. Pepper do for the local schools?
Yeah, so we provide for drinks for the students and teachers, and then also for the game of the week, we provide a donation to the home school so they can use it for, equipment needs or a meal for the team. So hopefully it's been a good contribution to the school.
Gotcha. And last question, has your flavor changed since last week, or do you have a new flavor or choice?
Yeah, I bought a drink this week. It was the Dr. Pepper cream soda. And even the zero sugar version is just as good as the regular sugar, so I would recommend the cream soda.
Perfect, great to know. Back to you, Chris.
All right, thank you very much, Mackenzie Johnson with Clayton McMasters down. And always great to hear from our friends at Dr. Pepper. Earlier this week, I had the chance to visit with the Tennessee Army National Guard. Let's take a look. The Tennessee Army National Guard partnering with us again this season on Friday Night Rivals here on the CW Chattanooga. And I'm joined today by Sergeant Hester of the Tennessee Army National Guard. Sergeant, always great when we get a chance to visit. Tell folks the ideal candidate to become a member of the Tennessee Army National Guard.
The ideal candidate to become a member of the Tennessee Army National Guard is just being motivated. We have a few requirements, such as age, being between 17 and 35. Education, high school, graduate, or GED equivalent.
What's the Tennessee Army National Guard done for you?
The Tennessee Army National Guard has opened so many doors as far as qualifications, things I can apply in my civilian life. I'm an IT specialist now. I'm certified. I have other security clearances and certificates to go along with it, so those things really improved.
Sergeant, appreciate the time. Thanks for spending some time with us here on Friday Night Rivals. Always fun to visit with the Tennessee Army National Guard. It's time for a break. Don't stray too far, though. A Chattanooga Allergy Clinic, Scholar Athletes of the Week, they're coming up. It's all that and more happening here on the Big Woody's Tree Service Halftime Report. Red Bank leading McMinn County 14-3. Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial.
time now for our Scholar Athletes of the Week, sponsored by Chattanooga Allergy Clinic. This week's honorees are Jack Gooden and Tremel Davis Jr. From McMinn County High School, Jack Gooden. Jack plays football and baseball for the Cherokees. He's a 2-year varsity starter in both sports. He's won Athlete of the Month in both sports and is also a 2-year team captain of the football team. In the classroom, Jack carries a 4.0 GPA. He's in the National Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta. He's an AP Scholar with distinction and received numerous academic awards and recognition. He also has a 31 ACT score. Outside the classroom, Jack has formed a Tennessee nonprofit called Balls for Bravery to honor his older brother who's battling a rare form of cancer. From Red Bank High School, Tremel Davis Jr. Tremel plays football and baseball for the Lions. In football, he's been named All-Region 3-4A and Honorable Mention All-Region 3-4A. In baseball, he plays center field and bats leadoff and has a .315 batting average. In the classroom, Tremel maintains a 3.24 GPA. He takes honors courses and attends ACT boot camp. He also participates in Young Life and serves on the yearbook staff. Outside the classroom, Tremel has volunteered doing food prep for the Chattanooga Rescue Mission. Congratulations to both Jack Gooden and Tremel Davis Jr. Students may be eligible for a $5,000 scholarship at the end of the season. The Scholar Athlete of the Week is sponsored by Chattanooga Allergy Clinic.
Back at Red Bank on the Big Woody's Tree Service halftime report. Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson with you. Red Bank with a 14-3 lead over the Cherokees of McMinn County here at the half on our Dr. Pepper scoreboard. Let's get a look at some first half highlights and kind of how we got here to this 14-3 margin. Red Bank got the football to start things and started the drive at their own 15-yard line. They went right to work. Austin Jones hooking up with Tremel Davis, and Davis would take it 47 yards for the score. 8:56 remaining first quarter. It's 7-0. Red Bank again. This time with only 13 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Jones, the keeper, into the end zone for the touchdown. That made it 14-0. And then early in the second quarter, as a matter of fact, it was on the ensuing drive, Mike Krakalkas would connect from 28 yards away, and that made it 14-3 with 8:50 remaining in the second. Red Bank would punt twice to end the half, and McMinn County would miss another field goal. Get a look at those statistics from the first half. 243 yards of total offense for Red Bank, just 83 for McMinn County. Again, Cherokees averaging better than 40 points a game coming in. No turnovers on either side. I know the one thing Ted Gatewood's going to be upset about, those 5 penalties playing here at home.
Yeah, he is, but boy, he cannot be disappointed in that defensive effort. As you mentioned, 40 points a game for McMinn. And Red Bank's holding them to 83 total yards in this first half. What an incredible effort. They've held Luke Lawson in check and really Peanut Dyer for the most part. And as you said, no turnovers so far in the football game.
Feels like it's one of those things, if you're McMinn, you just want to find some level of, I don't know, what do you want to call it, consistency, some type of rhythm offensively. They haven't really been able to dial it in yet tonight.
You're right. Red Bank has really had them on their heels, I think, from the very beginning. And everything they tried, Red Bank had an answer for pretty much. So if that's Peanut Dyer, more relying on the running back or getting that passing game working, I mean, 16 yards, 3 of 10 passing, that's probably where they need to concentrate on doing a better job, getting those receivers involved a little bit more. But either way, Red Bank's defensive effort tonight has been quite spectacular.
14-3, our score. You heard Ted Gatewood headed into the locker room. He said, I know they're going to make adjustments. We got to make some adjustments too. Again, I think the second half, that McMinn County offense that has been so good all year going up against what has been a very, very stout Red Bank defense tonight, that's the chess match to watch in the second half.
And you see Bo Cagle in his 19th year at McMinn County, he's seen a couple things. And I would imagine, like Coach Gatewood said, he'll do some adjusting at halftime, and they'll come out and look a little bit better on offense, or they're going to have to, actually, or Red Bank can put this thing away.
Yeah, this is a McMinn County offense now. They put up 40 against Cleveland, 52 on Lenore City, 49 on Soddy Daisy, 61 on Ottawa. Gave a good Knox Central team fits last week and lost 24-21.
Right. I mean, it's an anomaly at this point. You know, you don't know what's going on with teenage kids and what their priorities are, and maybe it was like, look at their record. Maybe they're not that good. It's not really a region game. Maybe they didn't come in 100% focused, but I would imagine Bouquet
weeks to determine who the top 4 teams are in that region.
Yeah, and I cannot wait to see Jaden Haywood. East Hamilton running back who's committed to East Tennessee State, which has had tremendous numbers all year. Running, catching, he plays defense. He does a little bit of everything. So can't wait to see him and how Soddy Daisy's going to try and stop him, or at least, knock him out of being the primary offensive player for East Hamilton's Hurricanes.
Dr. Pepper, Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. We begin your football weekend every Friday night. And then coming up this weekend, we've got more college football. Look at that lineup tomorrow on News Channel 9. Woo. It'll start at noon. Couple of 5-1 teams to start the day, LSU and Vandy. Ole Miss goes between the hedges to take on Georgia tomorrow. Lane Kiffin 0-5 in road games against ranked SEC opponents at Ole Miss. And then, of course, it's the third Saturday in October, Tennessee and Alabama. Tennessee, by the way, a 9-game losing streak at Bryant-Denny. Kalen DeBoer, Alabama's head coach, 10-0 at home.
Wow. Been impressive for sure.
And there you see triple header tomorrow on Fox Chattanooga as well. A doubleheader here on the CW Chattanooga. By the way, that is not the Lafayette Ramblers taking on Oregon State tomorrow. That is Lafayette against Oregon State. Little SoCon action over on MyNet TV tomorrow with Furman and Wofford. And then the NFL on Fox. It's a doubleheader on Sunday and Monday Night Football over on News Channel 9. FNR alum Jahmyr Gibbs and his Detroit Lions, they take on Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Detroit.
Some great football this weekend coming up, man. I just really looking forward to it. Now, I heard this stat, so not a political statement at all, but the last time Tennessee beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa, 2003, in the 5 overtime game or whatever, that game happened 3 days before The Apprentice debuted with Donald Trump. How our world has changed since that. Wow. I mean, being, what is that, 22 years ago?
It's been a while.
I mean, that is crazy, isn't it?
That does it for tonight's Big Woody's Tree Service Halftime Report. We'll be back with some second half action after the break. But first, here's a look at action from across the country. You're watching Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Is Max Rebish. The long snapper is Kenny Jett. The kick is no good. It's blocked, but then caught by the Red Knights, and they find the end zone. Touchdown, Toronto. Michael Henry got his field goal blocked, caught it, and said, look what I found. Touchdown. In one of the most bizarre football plays you will ever see.
48 yards per score. He's in motion again. They throw behind the line of scrimmage. Double pass. Looking deep. Prince Terrence has it. Give him his crown again.
Right from his own end zone. Powell's got to get rid of it. He does. Throws it long. Has a receiver. And it's a catch by Jackson. Quintrell Jackson. One man to beat. Oh, my goodness. The Golden Gophers score again. Another City of Bessemer touchdown.
Here's Michael to throw. Over the middle. Ball tipped. And intercepted. That is Nicholas Alvarado with the pick.
This is a short kick. Picked up there by Scoop Smith. Reversing field, and he's dragged down. Oh. No, he's still on his feet. Scoop Smith reversing upfield. Look at Scoop. He tricked everyone. 70 yards.
Here we go. Dr. Pepper scoreboard shows Red Bank with a 14-3 lead over the McMinn County Cherokees. Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson. Red Bank Community Stadium, Tom Weathers Field tonight. It's been another pleasant evening weather-wise.
Oh, yeah, the sunset earlier was just gorgeous. And we've talked about, the Hamilton County schools throughout the last couple of years, and we'll continue through the next couple, getting turf fields. And I'm pretty sure Red Bank's on that list. Now, I don't think they're going to get one for this academic season. Certainly the new stadium at Tyner is going to have turf, so that's one that is definitely a priority.
How about the job the Red Bank Booster Club or Quarterback Club did to raise the money to renovate the field house? There's new restrooms, showers, wrestling mats. They did a remarkable job
it's
here.
Gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
You and I talked about it earlier. Of all the places that we go, especially when you want to talk about the public schools in our area, and I think it goes back to just how much pride the Red Bank community, the Red Bank alums have in this place and the care they put into it and the way they just take such good care of. This is as nice of a facility as I think you're going to find anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, no question about that. It's just it's the perfect spacing too. You got the baseball field, but it's not all crammed in here. You got a football practice field over there. They've been able to, cultivate and put a nice fence around it and do all that kind of stuff just to upgrade here and there. But they keep on adding to what is a really nice setting here for high school football, especially for the public school, like you mentioned, foot of Signal Mountain, and it's just a beautiful place. Always has been.
Yeah, again, the facilities, the field here. I mean, I told you, I know turf will probably make its way here eventually,
probably.
But they do such a great job taking care of the field here. It's immaculate every time we come. Red Bank fans cheer their team with a 14-3 lead at the half. McMinn County won the toss to start this game, so we'll see the Cherokees to get us going in this third quarter. The Aspire Dermatology kickoff to start the third quarter. And again, I think if you're McMinn County, you're looking for a little bit of consistency, some sort of rhythm offensively. Red Bank kept them completely off kilter, it felt like, through that first half. So Red Bank will have Mark Kleiner to kick it off. Peanut Dyer back deep for McMinn. It's a short kick. Dyer will watch it go out of bounds. So McMinn will send out the offense here. They'll start with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And we'll get this third quarter underway. Cherokees with one scoring drive after starting
replay the kick.
Well, they're going to replay the kick. But that one scoring drive from McMinn County, it started in plus territory. They took over at the Red Bank 35-yard line.
Penalty is a legal procedure on the line.
And had to settle for a 28-yard field goal. That's been all the points tonight for the Cherokees. So instead of kicking off from the 40, he'll now kick off at the 35-yard line. And we'll get a chance again, another opportunity for McMinn here, Scott, to be able to get the ball and start in good field position. Ball fell off the tee for Kleiner. He'll have to.
He can't get it.
There it goes.
Get it balanced out there.
Line drive from Kleiner. And he gets by Dyer. This could be a problem from inside the 5. Dyer finds a little crease. Dyer's got a chance here to the outside in the 40-yard line. Nice return by Peanut Dyer after the ball got behind him. 37 yards on that return.
Nice athletic play. Yeah, like you mentioned, it could have been disaster. But Peanut Dyer, enough athleticism to flip it, blow by some special team defenders, and get it all the way to the 40. Great starting field position. Now, what do you do with it?
Ball will be spotted at the Cherokees' own 40-yard line where they will take over 1st and 10.
Luke Lawson, the quarterback, he's thrown for more than 1,000 yards this season. Dyer, the running back, has rushed for more than 1,000. Off play action. Lawson will throw. It's complete. It's Nathan Kessler that made the catch.
The big target. 6'4", 195. They're going to open up this passing attack. They have to. Bo Cagle not a happy man at halftime, and you can see why with only 3 points on the board. A team, we get another look at it. Just rolls off of Kessler's finger, or Lawson's fingers really nicely.
Going to move with a little bit of tempo here as well. Screen complete to Bottoms. And Bottoms gets outside, gets 5, maybe 7. Out of bounds.
Complete to Bottoms.
Red Bank fans in sideline, they want a holding call.
They sure did.
You get a look at it on the CHI Memorial replay. You can decide that one for yourself at home.
38-yard line.
When the defender spins around like that, that's going to catch the eye of every fan in the stands, of course.
Lions will rush 3 on a 2nd and 6. Low snap. Lawson slides off his base, looking downfield. He'll sidearm it, and it's nearly caught and then dropped. Kessler could not hold on.
Tipped, yeah. Great defensive by Caden Lovelace, the strong safety. 6 foot 170. Made a nice defensive play because Nathan Kessler is a big boy, a big target. We'll get another look at it here. Watch number 1 for Red Bank just get just a tip of a finger on it. Make sure that Nathan Kessler doesn't come down.
Got a penalty flag.
Eligible receiver downfield, number 53 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Penalty is on the Cherokees. Eligible receiver downfield.
So that penalty will bring the football back across the 40 and up to the 42.
McMinn's right tackled a little too far from the line of scrimmage.
So it's 3rd down and 10 now from the 38. Lawson has a man wide open and overthrew him.
He had.
I think it was Jackson Gonzalez.
He had him open, but yeah, like you said, just a little overthrown. Guarantee you Luke Lawson wants that throwback.
So 4th down. Luke Lawson will check out of the game. Alex Powers will be on to kick. That is Caden Lovelace. Will go from defensive back to return specialist. Once again, McMinn County in Red Bank territory. And they'll come away with no points. Powell with a line drive kick down the middle of the field. Lovelace will step aside. This will go inside the 10. They down it at the 6-yard line. So with a break in the action here, Red Bank set to get the ball. Lions 94 yards away from the end zone to start the drive. They have the 14-3 lead. Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. Stay tuned later in tonight's game. We'll highlight tonight's school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. We'll get to that school bus stop of the game. It's coming up later on this evening. Scott, it was a 32-yard punt in the stat sheet, but boy, that's exactly what you wanted if you're McMinn County. Back them up deep now, and if you can hold them here and be able to get the ball back, you stand to again start a drive in plus territory, but your defense has got to get a stop.
Make them drive the whole field in hopes that you can get either a turnover or a stop.
Yeah, neither team with a turnover. Jones to Marcus Jones. Austin to Marcus. No relation.
Drew Bottoms on the tackle.
Austin Jones pass complete to Marcus Jones. Marcus Jones taken down by number 15, Bottoms.
Gain of 7. We'll call it 2nd down and 3.
Ball will be spotted at the 13-yard line.
Minute and a half gone in this third quarter. McMinn went a little tempo on their last series. Here's Sally. And Sally gets to the 15. And he is gang tackled. It was a whole bunch of white jerseys there to greet him.
Sally on the carry.
Tell you on this replay, watch 33, Spartan Lyle just set the edge out there, making the running back run back towards his teammates, and that was just a really good job by Spartan Lyle. He's not a starter, but he's got 13 tackles for a loss on the season. That's third in the entire area here, our tri-state area. So Spartan Lyle, although not a starter, making an impact, and on that play you could tell didn't make the tackle, but he knows how the game works.
Jones puts it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. He was hit as he was releasing the ball as pressure was coming from Mekhi McDermott. And it's 4th down. Well, now the Red Bank fans, they're not happy.
No, they're not.
I think they wanted a roughing the passer call.
Or a pass interference or something.
But this is exactly what McMinn County would have wanted. Hold them, force the punt deep, and now both of your return guys are standing on the positive side of the 50-yard line for the Cherokees. Here's Lovelace. He has to hurry. It's an end-over-end kick, bouncing across the 50 and will go out of bounds at the 47-yard line. So a 3 out for both sides to begin things, and McMinn County will start this drive near midfield at their own 47. Talked about it a little bit at the half, the need to find some degree of consistency on offense. That hasn't happened, although I will say this, Scott, I thought they ran it better or looked better offensively on that last series when they had a little tempo.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's especially in the pass game, right? So, I mean, little tempo may have helped them just kind of settle in a little bit again. But Red Bank, stood up and stopped them defensively. So at this point in time, McMinn County needs some points on the board.
Bottoms goes in motion, and here's the give to Dyer, and he's blasted in the backfield.
Markel Lansden. We'll call him Mr. Pink because he's decked out in the pink accessories. Obviously, October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Nice play by Markel Lansden on that one. Just flew in there, threw him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, this Red Bank crowd, they were already in a lather, and now that big play by Lansden and the tackle for loss really has the Red Bank crowd fired up here. From the right hash, Lawson to operate from a pistol. Pressure. And has to throw it away. Incomplete pass. That was Eugene Robinson bringing the pressure, and it was Lansden who was reaching out, hoping to be able to get a hand on that ball as it sailed by and incomplete.
Looked like he and Bottoms there weren't on the same page as far as what Luke Lawson was throwing, what kind of route he was throwing, because Bottoms just kept on running down the right sideline. Big 3rd and long.
Third down, Lawson in trouble, and he goes down.
Wow. Man.
Lansden again on that sack.
Huge sack for Red Bank. Lansden, it was just a host Lansing met him first, but boy, the left side of that McMinn County offensive line just kind of collapsed, and Luke Lawson was the
second 3 and out this quarter for McMinn County. Red Bank set to get it back with a 14-3 lead. Offense has been a premium so far. Lions
give
with a
3 and out. Some credit on that sack too.
Line drive punt. Takes a nice bounce, and McMinn County will down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7:49 remaining in the third. Red Bank with the ball. Lions have a 14-3 lead over the Cherokees. Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. Next week, we take you to Soddy Daisy as they host East Hamilton. We'll have all the action here on the CW Chattanooga. It starts at 7. You can stream the game on ChattanoogaCW.com. You can also find us on the News Channel 9 YouTube channel. Looking forward to that one next Friday night.
Yeah, Soddy Daisy got their turf last year, so it's really sharp up there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It is getting late in the season, Scott. I don't know if you've noticed that, but
I have.
all these playoff implications now starting to take shape. Both of these teams will play region games the final 2 games of the season. Here's Lovelace with room and a first down and more.
Look at the quicks.
Lovelace with the stop and go into Cherokee territory, the 45-yard line, but hold on, there's a penalty flag back at the 21.
Spartan Lyle made the stop. As you said, penalty. Looks like it's going to come back, and these Red Bank fans are about furious.
Holding. Number 57 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
I'll tell you, this is about as loud as any place, maybe other than being at McCallie a couple of weeks ago. This is about as loud as any crowd we've heard this year. They're a little restless at Red Bank tonight.
Well, it's funny how most folks are louder when something negative happens than they are when something positive happens.
Well,
I guess that's just America nowadays, right?
Everybody's at 14-yard line.
Colby Sally in the backfield with the quarterback Austin Jones. And it's Sally. And Sally can break it. Foot race. Tripped up inside the 30-yard line. Jacoby Sally to the 26. 60 yards on the run and a first down.
Let's take another look at it. Very impressive. And if Marshall Goodner doesn't just hit his feet right there, he kind of loses balance, falls forward, and trips. So that would have been a touchdown for Jacoby Sally. What a nice run, young man, for that CHI Memorial first down.
Sally will stay in there. Check that. This is going to be Sean Carter to the right side. Carter strung out and stopped.
Jonah Martin makes the stop. from his defensive end position, 6'1", 225.
Martin was once a linebacker, made that shift down to the defensive line, put on about 25 pounds with that move.
Yeah, they list him at 6'1", 225. He's a weight room warrior. Here's a good shot of Jonah Martin, the senior. Coach Cagle said he's a big student of the game, too. He just loves learning more and more about the sport of football in general.
Gets the tackle for loss. Red Bank now with the 2nd and 12. Carter stays in. They hand it to him. Looking to bounce outside, and again, he's caught for a loss.
Man.
Back at the 30-yard lines where they finally brought him down at.
Spartan Lyle in there again. The TFL King, tackle for a loss.
Mark him at the 29-yard line, so now it becomes 3rd down and about 13. Midway through this 3rd quarter, Red Bank with a 14-3 lead. They scored both of those touchdowns in the 1st quarter. McMinn County added a field goal early in the 2nd. And we have been scoreless since. Here's Jones. He'll step up and run. Jones sidesteps a man inside the 20-yard line. He's going to be shy of the 1st down. It's going to bring up 4th down, I think about 1, maybe 2 at the most, but a nice heads-up play by Austin Jones.
Cam Green with the tackle, too, but that was heads up on Austin Jones' part, the Red Bank quarterback. Tuck it, run, trying to get as much as you can.
Brings Red Bank inside the Dr. Pepper Maroon zone. 4th down and 2 at the 18-yard line. And we'll get a timeout that's asked for by Red Bank. Lions want to talk this over with 4:28 remaining. Big possession here, Scott, and a big opportunity here on a 4th and short situation, because if you can keep this drive alive and come away with some points, 21-3 is a much different game to come back from than 14-3 is.
It sure is. There is no question about that. So, yeah. Plus, you're keeping the ball out of the Cherokees' hands, which is just as important. But yeah, you go up, 18 points. That's going to be 3 scores. You're going to have a huge advantage.
Let's take a moment and say thanks to some of our sponsors, like Dr. Pepper, Aspire Dermatology, Chattanooga Allergy Clinic, Casey Custom Docks, Josh Houston and Associates, and TVFCU. Dr. Pepper, Friday Night Rivals, presented by CHI Memorial. Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson. From Red Bank for the Lions and the McMinn County Cherokees. 14-3, Red Bank with the lead. Lions to go for it now on a 4th and 2 from the Cherokee 18-yard line. Here's Jones, quick throw, incomplete pass. And McMinn County comes up with the stop defensively.
Tramel Davis was his intended target. Get another look at it. Honestly, just too much mustard on it from Austin Jones. Tramel Davis was open. Just had a little too much heater behind it. Tramel Davis couldn't find the handle on it.
They put Jacoby Sally back in. I thought for sure he would be the guy that would get. But I guess that's the same thing, right? That you thought that McMinn County probably thought the same thing. 24's in, he's going to be the guy.
I think Red Bank thinks that's the element of surprise. Bring the dude in and then use him as a decoy.
Bottoms goes in motion. And here comes Peanut Dyer, and Dyer finds some running room. Charging hard to the 29.
Tramel Davis on the stop. He barely comes off the field.
Taken down by Tramel Davis and Markel Lensman.
That is enough for the 1st down, out to the 29-yard line. This offensive line, all 5 starters back from a year ago. They've played really well this season. You wonder if the Cherokees will lean on this massive offensive front they have and the legs of Dyer. Dyer gets out across the 30 to about the 33. Lansden again made the stop.
Big 77 Cam Goforth was pulling on that and hit that hole and blew somebody down. Of course, that's what he does. Super physical right guard for McMinn County. 6'4", 330, committed to West Virginia. He's a 4-year starter and just has been a tremendous player for the Cherokees throughout the years.
Here goes Dyer again. Once more, Lansden in on that stop, or a part of that for Red Bank, along with Damari Gordon. Well, it's not just, you know, you talked about Cam and that offensive line, and I've referenced the fact that it's a bunch of starters back from last year from them, but it's not just that, Scott. You're talking about Cam Goforth being a 4-year starter. The guy next to him, Philip Hamby, is a 3-year starter. I mean, these are guys that not only have they played a lot of football, they've played a lot of football together. 3rd and 3 here for the Cherokees. Screen to Bottoms. Slips through one. Shy of the 40-yard line, and he's dumped there. That'll be enough for the first down.
Eugene Robinson in on that stop, as well as Nate Schreier.
And Bottoms slow to get to his feet. He'll get some attention from the medical staff. 2.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter.
It kind of got crunched where you like, on either side of you, so it can sometimes knock the wind out of you.
Well, we hope that's the situation with Drew Bottoms. He has played a lot tonight on both sides of the ball.
Yes, he has.
I don't know if that young man's come off the field.
He is all over the place.
5'11", 130. We've seen him on offense. We've seen him make plays defensively.
I think Coach Cagle was wishing that everybody came with that juice tonight from McMinn County.
Bottoms is going to get to his feet. That's good to see. There he goes. He's going to walk it off. Final region game of the season for both of these teams. McMinn next week, they get Ray County. And then it's a Halloween showdown against East Hamilton. Both of those games are at home for the Cherokees.
Coming out of the injury timeout.
Our first 2 drives of this second half were both 3 and outs. This is the 5th play of the drive coming up here. Frazier on the sweep, caught from behind and dumped. Guess who?
Yeah, Lansden. Markel Lansden. Captain Pink out. Boy, did he fly to the ball carrier on that, man.
Frazier on the carry, taken down.
And once again, McMinn County finds themselves behind the chains.
We got Drake Frazier on the carry, and he had no chance.
Second down, that's a big loss. Second down and 18. Pass caught, Goodner. And Goodner wrestled down at the 45.
Sean Carter, also Jackson Fowler on the stop. Pretty monster pickup, 13-yard.
Now that brings up a 3rd and 5. From the Cherokee 44-yard line. Lawson will hand it off to Dyer. He's going to bounce. He's going to get a first down and more. Takes it into Lions territory. Inside the Red Bank 45, mark him at the 44-yard line.
You see the explosive speed from Peanut Dyer. Tremel Davis, the guy that catches him at the end, but he just has a nice run around the edge and then boom, kicks it into 5th gear. And He has got some speed. What a tremendous run for the CHI Memorial first down. But Peanut is down. Let's hope it's a cramp or something like that. But
he is the second Cherokee player to go down on this drive. We saw Drew Bottoms get up and jog off the field a moment ago. Dyer would be a massive loss for them. We mentioned earlier the fact that he's already over 1,000 yards on the season and went for 275 last week in a loss to Knox Central. He'll get some attention from the trainers.
Coach Cagle's talked about how encouraging Peanut Dyer is. Just one of those guys that's just, he's a senior, so he's a leader. He's a captain, yeah, but I mean, encouraging other guys, especially underclassmen, I think is something that's huge in this sport. Passing down your knowledge and experience and all that kind of stuff, but just being a positive to the people around you, whether it be coaches or your teammates. He's up and walking. That's a good sign.
Give us an opportunity again to remind you about next week. We go to Soddy Daisy. It's the Trojans and the East Hamilton Hurricanes. We've got it all for you here on the CW Chattanooga. Starts at 7 next Friday night. You can stream the game on ChattanoogaCW.com, or you can also watch it on the News Channel 9 YouTube channel. First down and 10, McMinn County. Lawson has got some time. He'll loft it down, aiming for Goodner, and overthrew him.
Lawson and Goodner are normally a pretty solid combination. Both of them juniors. They got really good chemistry. Just a little bit overthrown from Luke Lawson on that play.
Maddox Frazier, the sophomore at 6'2", comes in. He's split out wide down at the bottom of your screen.
You've got Lincoln Watson in the backfield replacing Peanut Dyer.
And here goes Watson, and Watson slung down. He'll get about 3. Brings up 3rd down and 7 as we're under a minute to go in the third.
And if you notice there, 70, Asher Bell lost his helmet, so he'll have to come off the field real quick. They'll have to send somebody in his place.
Well, the officials will huddle. Third down for the Cherokees. Lawson on the move. Lawson runs out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out at over on that far sideline. He's going to be shy of the first down. Looks like he gets maybe 7 on that run. That was the 10th play, by the way, of this drive for McMinn County. So they have been able to chew up almost what was left of this third quarter clock now.
Right.
They'll be faced with a 4th down. Call it 4th and 4. A gain of 6. And they're going to go for it at the Red Bank. 37. Lawson on the keeper. First down and more.
They blew it dead.
Oh, there was an inadvertent whistle. They blew it dead. So I guess the officials thought Dyer got the handoff as well.
Oh, my goodness. Bo Cagle is having a
Oh, my goodness.
kittens over there. Look at him. He is so upset. I mean, that thing was a first down, easy. Now, I don't know if he'd have scored all the way because there was that whistle, but whoo. Oh, Cagle is hot. 19th year at McMinn County as their head coach.
The handoff went to Dyer. And he was stopped right, or the flake went to Dyer. Lawson took it away from him and kept it. Dyer went into the line where he was stonewalled, and the officials, I guess somebody didn't realize. Here, get a look at it on this replay. The officials didn't realize
that he didn't have the ball.
That Dyer didn't have the ball.
A player lost his helmet too, so it may have been a safety type thing, but the play wasn't done. Like you said, the play wasn't dead.
So they're going to give them the first down. Well, now, again, this Red Bank crowd, they've not been happy all night tonight.
Gatewood's not happy either. Red Bank's head football coach.
Ball goes to the 20, and Gatewood, I think the argument Ted Gatewood is saying is let's replay the down.
Right.
And I'm not so sure that he doesn't have an argument about that. And Bo Cagle, look, you've got both sides angry right now. Here comes Jay Blevins. Let's see if we get an explanation. Well, he went to the far side. They've talked to Bo Cagle. And Gatewood is now going to get his opportunity. I've ever seen this happen before.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a single person happy on either side.
I cannot, I'd love to tell you, oh, this has happened before, and here's what the outcome was, or here's how it was handled. And we're going to give you another look at it on this CHI Memorial replay. So the helmet comes off of a defensive player from Red Bank, but you see the quarterback, Luke Lawson, and hey, how about that play call, by the way?
Yeah, and the execution of it, too, is incredible. But Lawson must have heard the whistle because he's kind of slowed up a little bit. I'm not going to debate that wasn't a touchdown.
So we had to look this up now. This is the official ruling on this. If it happens, the team in possession can choose to either replay the down or take the ball at the spot where the whistle blew. So they're saying that Lawson was at the 20-yard line when the whistle blew.
All right, there you go. So everybody's booing. Except us.
And here's Lawson again on that play fake. Went back to Dyer again, took it away from him. Tried the short throw, and it's incomplete. That was, by the way, the outcome was a first down for McMinn County. Right at the 20-yard line. So they are looking to get inside the Dr. Pepper maroon zone. Late in the third quarter, we've only got 15 seconds left. And here goes Dyer. Dyer inside the 5-yard line. Mark him down at the 1. First down and goal to go from the Dr. Pepper maroon zone for the McMinn County Cherokees. They're going to try to get one more play off here before the quarter comes to a close. We're down to 5 seconds. Here's the snap. Dyer, stonewalled.
That was stonewalled.
Dyer not able to get in, and we go to the fourth quarter. Still 14-3. Red Bank with the lead. McMinn County with a second down and goal. When we return, Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. Back to Red Bank after this.
least she's got close.
Red Bank on top of McMinn County, 14-3 as we open up this fourth quarter. Stick around after the game tonight. We've got Penn and Teller, Fool Us, and Masters of Illusion. That follows our action here at Red Bank. What a wild end to the third quarter. We'll recap it as McMinn tries to score from the 1 yard line. Again, they are stopped, and we've got another penalty flag.
False start. Offense number 99.
Scott, this will be the 15th play of this drive.
That is unreal.
For McMinn.
The only one I can remember was that one at Sail Creek. It was like 19 plays.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Didn't that take up almost an entire quarter or something that time? Yeah.
It's like 6 yard play and then 3 yard loss, and then 6 yard play and then 10 yard penalty. I mean, it's just like back and forth, took forever.
We get this fourth quarter underway. McMinn County with a second down and goal at the 6. Here goes Dyer, outside right, Dyer. Touchdown, McMinn County. Peanut Dyer with a 6 yard run. Capping off a drive.
With the boots down and good blocking to that right side of their offensive line. Jackson Lyle, of course, we talked about Cam Goforth a bunch. They free Peanut Dyer to get in the end zone.
And we've got McMinn County asking for the timeout. So the Cherokees will talk about it. 8 seconds gone into this fourth quarter. Both teams now with 2 timeouts left over the final 11:52. Well, if you missed it, we ended the third quarter with a little bit of controversy as it was an option play ran by McMinn County. And the quarterback, Luke Lawson, pulled the ball away from his running back in Peanut Dyer and kept it. And the officials ended up blowing the play dead, thinking the handoff had went to Dyer. There was a Red Bank player whose helmet came off. And then chaos ensued over where the ball should be spotted. And it came on a very critical play in that drive.
It was definite chaos. Both sides upset. All the fans booing the referees. It was chaos, all right.
McMinn was able to maintain possession at the 20. A big run by Peanut Dyer got him inside the 5, and then Dyer would finish the drill with a 6 yard run. And the Cherokees are going to line up in a wildcat formation. They snap it back to Dyer. And does he get in? Let's see. He's in. The 2-point conversion is good. And that makes it 14-11. It's now a 3 early in the fourth quarter.
Giving us our score, McMinn County
11:52 remaining. Well, Scott, we were just talking about what a big momentum swing it would be if Red Bank could have gone up 21-3. And now you see McMinn County put together a 15-play drive to make this a 3-point game.
And the 2-point conversion. So, like you said, field goal. Yeah, how big is that blocked field goal that Red Bank got a hand on? Could be tied right now.
Mike Krakaukas will be on to kick it off for McMinn. And Red Bank is set to return it. Tremel Davis, Nate Shropshire, Sean Carter, the deep men. Our Aspire Dermatology kickoff. Line drive and a deep kick. Bobbled, taken by Carter inside the 5. Carter hit, spins his way out, shy of the 20-yard line, mark him at the 19, and that's where Red Bank will start 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Spartan Lyle on the tackle on special teams. A little bit more oomph, a little more pep in the step from the Cherokees after getting that touchdown and 2-point conversion.
Ted Gatewood told us this week he thought his team speed was maybe the strength of his team, and he raved about the talent he has at wide receiver. Let's see if we see Red Bank put this thing up in the air. Jones has got some time. He'll loft it down the middle of the field and swat it away. And a nice job defensively. It was Jackson Gonzalez.
Nice play by Gonzalez, the junior, 5'9", 155. There he is, making a nice play, just getting a hand on that football to knock it down. This is his first year playing the sport. So Coach Cagle said he's learned really quickly. He's a point guard on the basketball team, so he's got that athletic ability and the vision, and there you see perfectly played, just knocked down before the receiver could make any kind of a play. Nice play by Jackson Gonzalez, the junior from McMinn County.
Here's Sally. And Sally stopped for no gain. Once again, that was Javante Parker, Christian Edwards, among others, in on that stop for McMinn County. Edwards, one of those defensive ends who did not get a chance to play the whole season last year after being hurt. 3rd down and long for Red Bank. 3rd down and 8 from the 20. Stepping up and dropped. Austin Jones is sacked.
And that was a sack from Cam Green. Cam Green comes in there and makes it sack. So they get huge pressure on Austin Jones. Jones' helmet comes off. So Red Bank gets into punt formation here. It looks like the Cherokees going to get the football back again. Like you talked about pretty much all game. They've had the football in some decent field position.
It's a high snap, Loveless. That's that athlete Coach Gatewood talked about. That ball hit a McMinn County player. It's live, and Red Bank recovers.
Holy cow.
It hit off the leg of a Cherokee, and Red Bank is there to fall on it.
Like a sideways bounce. It took one of the oddest bounces you'll see. And you see the Red Bank faithful all super pumped about their guys coming up with it. Jackson Fowler. Let's get another look at it. We can see here. Yep, it hit number 18 for Xavier Cole for McMinn County. Just an unfortunate bounce of the football.
How about a 22, 23-yard difference here? Ball goes up to the 41-yard line, 10:29 to go. Red Bank will maintain possession. They have the 3-point lead. Jones will feed Sally, looks for a block on the corner. And Jones ridden down on the far side. Jake Ramey, the middle linebacker, takes the piggyback ride up to midfield.
Taken down by number 44, Ramey.
Pickup of 7, called it 2nd down and 3. Well, this offense now, Scott, for Red Bank, really trying to find its way offensively a little bit on the ground. And in particular, it feels like Jacoby Sally getting a little lathered up now after he's been able to carry it a couple of times. We'll get a look at those stats at some point. Here he comes again. He's going to bounce it outside. He's got a 1st down. He's got more. Out of bounds at around the 42-yard line. That'll move the sticks for Red Bank. Well, you talked about a little life maybe from McMinn County after that touchdown. How about Red Bank now? After that play on special teams. They get the CHI Memorial first down, but maybe a little pep in this Red Bank offense now as well.
Yeah, I mean, they just want to get as many first downs here and hold that possession, keep it out of McMinn County's hands.
Sally. And Sally dropped by Ramey again.
Ramey's all over here recently, man. That's impressive.
He is the guy to plug the hole on the run, and he's done his job from that middle linebacker spot, especially on this drive. Gain of a couple for Sally. For Jacoby Sally, that is his 17th carry. He's got 119 yards now. And again, we just talked about it. Feels like he's getting stronger, getting better the more times he touches the ball. They'll run with Carter. Makes the wide turn. Caught and dropped. Chasing him down for McMinn County.
Drake Frazier.
Here
he is, the junior. Playing with a little bit of a cast on his left. Looks like left wrist or something. Not slowing him down for making plays.
Third down for Red Bank. Clock ticks under the 9-minute mark. Two receivers to the top of your screen, single receiver to the bottom. They've got a wing on the left side. And they go on the ground again with Carter, and Sean Carter has the first down and more. And how about the blocking downfield by Dominic Gordon? Dominic Gordon was moving some bodies down there. See if we get a look at Gordon here on this replay. Watch Gordon, number 3. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Clock stops with 8:33 to go. That is another CHI Memorial first down. How about Carter again?
Look at him.
Slips free. Dives forward. Well, that was Sally on the carry that time.
Jacoby Sally running some hard, gaining some hard yards between the tackles.
5'7", 180. You got a great look at him there. He's just shoulder pads and knees coming at you.
He sure is. Again, 12 carries, 144 yards, and 2 TDs last week versus Hickson.
Already over 100 tonight. He adds to that total. Better than 120 yards now on the night. Same formation, they just flip-flop sides. And Sally outruns a couple of defenders on his feet, makes a move. Look out, touchdown Red Bank, hang on. Penalty flag back at the 24-yard line.
Going to bring that Food City touchdown back. Looks like Jacoby Sally, though, boy, he's shifty as he can be. Frustrated, he wanted that touchdown badly.
Holding, number 1 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Well, the penalty brings the football back across the 30 and up to about the 34-yard line. Yeah.
Caden Lovelace had just had a whole left hand full of jersey on that play.
And we've got a player shaken up. Looks like a Red Bank player. That looks like a cramp maybe they're working on. We won't speculate. 7:34 remaining. Red Bank with a 14-11 lead. Here on Dr. Pepper. Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. We'll return after this.
Healy just texted and said, I'm watching y'all.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Time for our school bus stop of the game. Always stop for the school bus. When the stop arm is out, the red lights are flashing. Not stopping or trying to beat the stop arm puts lives at risk and can result in large fines, points on your license, and license suspension. This is our school bus stop of the game. The Red Bank defense coming up with a big play in the sack.
Nice big sack from Red Bank, and number 30, Kyrie Starling, their senior defensive end, gets a big-time sack on McMinn County's quarterback and got past an offensive lineman. Luke Lawson goes down to the turf.
7:34 remaining. It's 14-11. Red Bank with the lead. Lions have the ball. Here goes Carter, dancing to the left. Carter takes it inside the 30, about the 26, 27-yard line.
Sean Carter, a junior, not near the size that Jacoby Sally has, but real quick. You saw his shifty moves.
Well, and you got to feel like he is the heir apparent at Red Bank. He'll be the guy next year.
Sure do.
And boy, the Lions, they are in no hurry to snap this ball at all. They use every bit of that play clock before they snap it. Jones will throw. Caught by Lovelace at the first down sticks, and he's out of bounds.
Reaches for the first
Marcus
down.
Jones, check that. Wasn't 1, it was 11.
Marcus Jones with a nice catch and then sticking the ball out to make sure he had the first down. And, pretty well defended by Jackson Gonzalez. 4th and 1.
No, they'll stop him and mark him down at the 20-yard line. So 4th and 1 from the Cherokee 20-yard line for Red Bank.
The real suck. They
Sally hit and blown up in the backfield. Spartan Lyle.
We told you he's the tackle for loss king, and Spartan Lyle shows you why, man. Impressive there. Came into the game with 13 tackles for a loss, 3rd in our city in the area, and makes another bang play, in a big way. That is bringing the wood.
A huge stop by the McMinn County defense, and now the Cherokees will take over offensively. They will start at the 22-yard line. On their own end of the field, they trail by 3 midway through the 4th quarter. Been a good one tonight from Red Bank Community Stadium. Lions led 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. McMinn County with a field goal early in the second to make it 14-3, and there comes another penalty flag. This will be unsportsmanlike conduct, a personal foul on Red Bank. There were 2 flags thrown. Now let's see if there's one infraction or two infractions.
Unnecessary roughness. 15-yard penalty results in the first down.
So both officials threw the flag. It's the same thing.
Looks like Peanut Dyer's the one that paid the price for it. He's the one laying down.
All right, with a break in the action, we're going to step away. 6:31 remaining in the game. It's 14-11. Red Bank with a lead. McMinn County with the ball. Back to Red Bank after this. Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. (14-11) McMinn County trailing Red Bank. Cherokees with the ball. 6:31 left to go. It's been one more game here at Red Bank tonight. Luke Lawson, the quarterback, looks to throw. He's going to load up. He'll take a shot downfield. It's an incomplete pass. No penalty flags. So it becomes 2nd and 10.
Intended to Marshall Goodner, their junior receiver, but pretty well defended by Red Bank.
Neither team has turned it over tonight. Both teams still have 2 timeouts remaining over this last half of the fourth quarter. Peanut Dyer, the 1,000-yard rusher for McMinn County. He left the game with an injury. Hit and stuffed is Lincoln Watson at the 35.
Lansden again. Captain Pink out, making plays all night long. 6'1", long and lean. His senior leadership. Coach really bragged on his great vision, seeing what's going on and reacting, cat-like quickness. Markel Lansden, nice play.
Lincoln Watson stays in here on a 3rd down and 10. Dyer on the sideline. Lawson feels pressure. He'll step up. Lawson can run. Penalty flag thrown as Lawson gets up to the 43-yard line, well shy of the first down, but a penalty flag is back at about the 41.
You got helmets coming off. That's Asher Bell.
That's twice now.
Yeah.
Bell has lost a helmet. Find out what the infraction is.
Number 58 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
So a 10-yard penalty and a replay of the down. And once again, this Red Bank defense, and in particular the secondary, set to be challenged.
And Coach Gaywood told us, he said, our secondary is very solid, so he feels got all kinds of confidence in what they can do.
Lawson rolling out, rolls right into coverage, gets out of it now. And he's dropped back at the 25-yard line. Red Bank chased him.
Griffin Deshay, Markel Lansden once again all over him.
Red Bank chased him from one side of the field back to the other.
Watch him spin out of this sack right here. I mean, that's impressive keeping his balance.
He's head up and looking downfield the whole time. Just could not find anybody to throw it to. Fourth down and long. McMinn County will be forced to punt it away. Alex Powers. It's a line drive kick. Lovelace will step aside inside the 30-yard line. The ball rolls to about the 27. And that is where Red Bank will start, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line. 4:39 left, and we talked about it earlier, the fact that Red Bank has been in no hurry in this second half to snap the ball, and I would assume, Scott, with a 3-point lead and roughly 4.5 to go here, 4:39, Ted Gatewood's going to say, slow this thing down.
Yeah.
Let's protect the ball, and let's see if we can milk 4.5 or so off this clock.
I don't think there is any doubt about that.
Austin Jones, the Red Bank quarterback, he's played well tonight. Has a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown to his credit. And here goes Sally. Sally gets to the 30, gets turned after a gain of 3. That was Spartan Lyle again making the stop.
Lyle and also big Javante Parker, 99, 5'11", 265.
That's a couple of guys that have been all over the field tonight. Both have been active. They mark him at the 31-yard line.
So McMinn calls timeout, so it'll be interesting to see how he uses his timeouts here with 4:30 to play in the game. Crucial stoppage of the clock. You want to make sure you've got one. I would assume he wants to make sure he's got one at the end in case you are kicking a field goal to try and tie the thing.
Well, right now he's down to one timeout left. Red Bank still has 2, but I don't think that clock can tick fast enough for the Lions right now.
No, like you said, they're going to use every second on that play clock.
Red Bank's played a tough schedule this season. We talked about the injuries that bit them early. They opened up against Ray County and Tyner. They played Bradley Central, South Pittsburgh. They started the year at 1-4. They've won their last 2, trying to win 3 in a row now. And it's the keeper by Jones. Austin Jones, first down and out of bounds. A CHI Memorial first down.
Once again, his option reads are just fantastic, man. And his ball fakes, I mean, that's like the 4th time where he looks up, sees that defensive end, and if he's crashing on the running back, he pulls it and does something spectacular. That maybe not as spectacular as some of the things he did the first half, but still, nonetheless, impressive by the junior quarterback, Austin Jones.
And how about Dominic Gordon again downfield blocking?
Yeah, this guy's not afraid, man. He wants to help get the win tonight.
Here goes Sally. Jacoby Sally. Gets a couple. That'll get that clock running. Four minutes left to go. You mentioned that schedule for Red Bank and that 1-4 start. They are off to a 3-0 start in region play. They beat East Ridge, Signal Mountain, and Hickson to get to 3-0. They get Sequoia next week, and then what should be a good one on the road against Loudon.
Loudon hasn't been as dominant as they were the last couple of years, but still a fine program.
Sally to the left side, makes the wide turn. Sally close to the first down as he slides up to midfield.
How many guys did he outrun to the edge on that play? It was like 3 or 4. Sally, not the, just explosive, shot out of a cannon type guy, but just fast enough that you can't catch him. There's one guy, two guys. Gets to that edge, three. Turns it up and ends up awfully close to the first down, getting that CHI Memorial first down.
Jake Ramey finally made the stop for McMinn. That's a huge first down because now you're under 3.5 to go. And you've got 4 more downs here where you can just milk this clock.
Let's go, Red Knight! Let's go!
Little miscommunication, but Sally gets the handoff. Again, Ramey there to throw him out of bounds inside McMinn County territory. He gets to the Cherokee 45-yard line.
Jones looked left to hand it off, and of course Sally was on his right, so he just hands it in front of him.
How about these numbers for Jacoby Sally? 23 carries, 137 yards.
Workhorse.
Austin Jones carried it 9 times for 80 yards and a touchdown. Jones is also 6 out of 19. Oh, check that. He has gone 9 out of 15 for 147 yards and a score. He had a long tonight of 47 yards that went for a touchdown.
Let's go, Red Knight! Come on, Dominique! Let's go, Red Knight!
On the play fake, Jones slips away from 1, gets away from 2. Look at the move. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
That is, oddly enough, that's like the 4th time tonight that we've seen 2 McMinn County players run into each other, just about knock each other out, and then the ball carrier for Red Bank gets away from them. That's happened too much tonight. It's just too odd, but boy, Austin Jones got a really good future. 6'1", 175. He just reminds me of a little smaller Byron Leftwich or somebody like that we've seen get to the collegiate and professional level. I'm not sure about Austin Jones in the NFL, but
that's Jesse Jones, the defensive tackle that was shaken up. So Red Bank gets a CHI Memorial first down. Goes Carter.
There you go. There you go.
Again, a little miscommunication there from Red Bank. Quarterback went one way, running back went the other. But Jones got the handoff, or Carter got the handoff and took off. There was a penalty flag.
That did look not good at all, but yeah.
At the 32-yard line. There is his only marker on the field.
I think Sean Carter.
We're blocking the back. Number 3 on the offense. 2-yard penalty. Replay first.
Well, I bragged on his blocking, and then Dom Gordon gets called for the penalty.
Penalized 10 yards.
Block in the back. 2:37 left. Ball goes back to the 45-yard line.
Worst part for Red Bank is it stops the clock.
Well, I tell you, if you're McMinn County right now, if you're on that sideline, it's got to feel like death by 1,000 paper cuts,
yes.
right? Because you just can't get the stop you need.
That's exactly right.
To be able to get the ball back. 1st and 16 for the Lions. And here goes Carter. Carter got tripped up, and if he didn't get tripped up, he was going to be able to run for a while. That was Jackson Gonzalez, that made that stop. Clock under 2 minutes now. I don't know if it's Coach Gatewood. There is somebody on that Red Bank sideline right now yelling, "Stay in bounds."
Yes. Yes.
Stay in bounds.
And I've been impressed with how they've managed the play clock without actually having play clocks in the end zone. We've seen a couple schools that have those, but
you just saw Austin Jones turn around and do that play clock motion towards the sideline as the handoff. Again, they're going to keep it on the ground, just run straight ahead. But I think Jones was asking, hey, where's the play clock? Where are we? And is McMinn going to ask for the timeout? I believe they will.
Jack Gooden on the stop from his Sam linebacker position.
Cherokees will take their final timeout, trailing by 3 with 1:13 left. And Red Bank faced with a 3rd down and 14.
So Red Bank took the timeout.
All right, let's change that.
Like Jacoby Sally's mouthpiece broke or something. He picked it off the ground and brought it over to him. I guess they're hooking it back to his face mask. I only noticed it because it was like Incredible Hulk green.
Sally is in the backfield. Sally has been the clock killer. 3rd down and 5. Jones on the keeper. Jones. A long way to run, and he finds the end zone with 1:04 to go.
We mentioned his option decisions earlier. Food City touchdown, big way. But just the ball fake on that, what looked like kind of a sweep play, and then he just races to the left sideline and all the way down for the score. Austin Jones, impressive. Of course, he's a Chat Prep transfer, so his is his first year at Red Bank. He's got great speed. He's got really accurate arm.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the night.
He's got to be over 100 yards.
He is.
Rushing and throwing.
Mark Kleiner on to attempt the extra point to push the lead back to 10 and seal it for the Lions with 1:03 to go. 21-11 Red Bank. How about these numbers for Austin Jones? 11 carries, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, and oh, by the way, he's thrown for $147 and another score.
Wow. I mean, there is no question who our player of the game is at this point in time.
He's had a hand in all 3 touchdowns for Red Bank tonight. So for the Lions, this will be their 3rd win in a row. And for McMinn County, this will be consecutive losses for the first time this season for the Cherokees. They got off to a 5-1 start. Both teams have had a lot of success in region, as Red Bank unbeaten at 3-0 in their region. McMinn County 3-1 in their region play. The Aspire Dermatology kickoff. Picked up. Still on his feet is Peanut Dyer. Dyer gets to about the 43-yard line with less than a minute left. McMinn County will take over.
Good to have Dyer back in the game. That was kind of odd how he went down. And he's obviously going to be a big factor for McMinn County finishing up their regular season schedule with Ray County and East Hamilton at home. Whew. Those are 2 tough teams.
Lawson on the rollout.
Get to a Kyrie. Oh, hell no.
Takes a deep shot, overthrows his intended target. And an incomplete pass going for Drake Frazier. Stops the clock with about 48 seconds left. Well, it's been fun. It's certainly been entertaining tonight.
Yeah.
With these two.
Started off kind of slow as far as Red Bank going up 14-0, but then, boy, it got exciting in that second half.
Low snap for Lawson again. Throws on the run, nearly intercepted by Red Bank.
Sean Carter had the jump on that one. But again, we talked about Red Bank's woes as far as their non-region schedule early. Tough loss to Ray County and Tyner, at Bradley Central, at South Pittsburgh. You've got 4 losses right there, but all of them are respectable, obviously. So what you can do, this big win here will give you some confidence to finish out that region schedule at Sequoia and at Loudon. And Red Bank, if they win those games, will be the #1 seed and hosting the playoffs.
Well, I think the one thing that is going to make Ted Gatewood happy tonight is there were no turnovers tonight for his team. They turned it over 6 times in that loss to South Pittsburgh, and what was ended up being a 31-7 loss. But tonight, you do a good job going up against an opponent from a higher classification. No turnovers tonight, and you see the results.
Yeah, I mean they've played really well tonight. And I'm just going to go out on a limb and say this is kind of a shocker to McMinn County's Bo Cagle, their head coach, and this entire team. It'll get some people's attention next week in practice.
Lawson has the first down, still on his feet. Look at those moves. And Lawson will run out of bounds with 23 seconds left.
That is truly matriculating it down the field, or whatever Coach Stram said.
That was borderline Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl is what that was.
Not near as fast.
No, but
right, but the shiftiness,
yeah. CHI Memorial first down.
Yeah, number 77 and 76. Both on June's side.
Lawson going to load up, take a shot for the end zone. It's there's
the official fall down. There's no.
It's an incomplete pass over there on the far side. I'm not sure what happened to the side judge over on the far side of the field. Aiming for Goodner over there. You get a look at it here. "17 seconds left." Well, next week we head to Soddy Daisy. Get a chance to see Soddy Daisy and East Hamilton. It's a game with some region implications next Friday night.
Like I said, Jaden Haywood, I can't wait to see him in person. He has been the real deal all season long, committed to ETSU, and Will Healy up there. Of course, they'll take on the Mocs tomorrow at Finley Stadium. But Haywood has been really more than advertised. Like I said, he's been running the football, but, man, catches out of the backfield. He plays defense, and he does it all.
Number 58 on the offense. 10-yard penalty, second down.
Penalty takes the football back to about the 47. Pass caught over the middle. It's to the 30-yard line.
Nathan Kessler, their big senior 6'4", 195 wide receiver.
That's going to do it. Red Bank gets the win tonight. The Lions with a 21-11 victory over McMinn County. With the victory, Red Bank hits 500 on the year. They're now 4-4 on the year. This is their first non-region win of the season. And for McMinn County, the Cherokees, they fall to 5-3 on the year. Scott, some thoughts on what we saw tonight? Again, it was a game that was not without its. You see both head coaches. I'd love to be a.
They're shaking both of them are shaking their head.
I'd love to hear how that conversation's going right now. But
I think Chris, Red Bank's defense, man. I mean, they really stepped up. We're talking. You mentioned it a number of times that McMinn came in averaging about 40 points a game, and they didn't. They had 3 the entire first half. So I think Red Bank's defense really was the story here, stepping up, and the fact that, man, I tell you, Austin Jones is really, really good. That guy can. When not turning the football over, they are really solid on its nice balance with the running game. Austin Jones with his option type stuff, and then, boy, he can throw it around too to Caden Lovelace and Tramel Davis and some of those guys that contributed tonight. Just a great team effort for Red Bank.
This was a team that, you kind of felt in the early going, playing the tough schedule, dealing with the injuries, that if they could just get healthy, get everybody together, that maybe they would have a chance. And I still think, back at 4-4 now in the year with 2 games to go, 2 winnable games in the region, a region championship. And I don't know that anybody's jumping up and down about having to hit the Morrison Springs Road exit on a playoff game in November.
No, I don't. I totally agree with you. I mean, I think they're catching fire at the exact right time. Get these 2 region wins next 2 weeks, and 6-4 with a 1 seed in the tournament. Red Banks will be right where they wanted to be, and as Coach Gatewood told us, they wanted to play this tough schedule because you learn from it. So I would imagine they take those lessons into the postseason.
We come back. Mackenzie Johnson visits with the winning Red Bank Lions tonight on Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals, presented by CHI Memorial. Red Bank with a 21-11 win tonight over the Cherokees of McMinn County. To the field we go. Mackenzie Johnson standing by with the head coach of the Lions and Ted Gatewood.
Coach, McMinn County is a team that averages almost 40 points a game. You held them to 11 tonight. Talk a little bit about your defense and how well they played.
They played lights out. I mean, that's a good football team over there, and that's another one of the many good football teams we played this year. Just proud of these guys. Our defense lights out. I mean, they were everywhere. They were all over the place. Offense moved the ball, got us some scores, moved it, kept the ball, and I'm just proud of these young men. I'm proud of their perseverance because this season has been a trial of perseverance, and they've persevered each week, and they keep coming to work, and they keep boosting each other up. And we're so proud of these guys in the Red Bank community.
It is senior night. Talk a little bit how special it means to get a win for them tonight.
This is letting these young men leave this field tonight on senior night with a win is huge. They've done a great job. They're the catalyst, and we're just proud of what they've accomplished.
Perfect. And one more thing for you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
You want to open that up for me?
Our Dr. Pepper player of the game. Let's go with the Red Bank quarterback, Austin Jones. He had a hand in all of Red Bank's touchdowns tonight. He threw for a score. He ran for 2, 147 yards passing, and he runs for 124 and 2 touchdowns tonight. Austin Jones, our Dr. Pepper player of the game. Well, he deserves a Dr. Pepper after this performance tonight.
Yes, he does. A 6-pack.
Get a look at your Scott's Furniture scoring summary. Red Bank, 14 points in the first quarter. McMinn County got that field goal early in the second, and then we were scoreless for almost all of the second and then all of the third, and then a wild third and fourth quarter here, despite only each team finding the end zone one time. You had to be here, folks. Hit the rewind button. You'll understand. 21-11, Red Bank with a win. Let's get a look at those numbers. 447 yards of total offense tonight for Red Bank. We talked about no turnovers. Ted Gatewood not happy with that number right there, Scott, those 10 penalties.
That's right, but the no turnovers, he can accept that. Time of possession, they win that side of it too. And also 44 carries for 300 yards on the ground. So Jacoby Sally, Austin Jones, tip of the cap to those guys and the entire offensive line.
Hey, when they needed it there at the end to put this game away, they got it.
Yep.
They got it. They lined up and ran it and got it. And that is your final tonight, 21-11. Red Bank gets the win. Lions back to 500 on the year at 4-4. They close it out with a couple of region games. Best of luck to both of these teams. Coach Cagle over at McMinn County, Coach Gatewood here at Red Bank. 2 fun guys to spend time with for us this week, and always appreciate it when we get a chance to visit with our coaches. And looking forward to talking to a couple of coaches next week as well, as East Hamilton heads to Soddy Daisy on Dr. Pepper Friday Night Rivals presented by CHI Memorial. That's Friday night, 7 o'clock right here on the CW Chattanooga. You can also stream it on ChattanoogaCW.com, and you can find it on the News Channel 9 YouTube channel. So looking forward to that one as well. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight. On behalf of Mackenzie Johnson, Scott McMahon, and our entire CW crew, I'm Chris Goforth. Red Bank a winner, 21-11 as they take down the McMinn County Cherokees. We'll see you next Friday night from Soddy Daisy.